following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make 'em shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome here to the big broadcast. I am your host, Larry Pierce, as we're coming to you from Raymond Jackson Stadium, known as the Pit. And we're kind of like, I don't want to call it 18 because, we don't have Mr. Rob Payne, but I guess that's 18 for center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So we have the Counselor Shires, and we also have Chris Waddington. He's going to do some stuff. And we have Joe Elmer. He's going to be hooking us up here tonight as well. He's going to be learning some things. And we've got some awesome camera views for you here this evening. We got a robot camera working. We got one here in the booth. A little raining going on here in Tenaha. But at the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. And we've got the guys out here. And what do you think, fellas? We're ready for a good night of football, I think.
Oh, yeah. There's opening night football in the NFL. So we got the Ravens and the Chiefs playing. But
It's the
upstaging that here in the Pit is going to be the Tenaha Tigers.
Definitely. And we've got our pregame interviews coming up, and that was brought to us by the good folks at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep. So we're going to get to that coming up here. We're going to talk to Coach Birdsong, and then we're going to switch down there to Chris Waddington. He's going to try to get us some interviews with some cheerleaders, and then we're going to get to see if we can squeeze in that great conversation I have with Coach Bragg before we start this one here tonight, too. So it is a pregame show, and it's all brought to us by the good folks at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Let's get our pregame interview with Coach Birdsong right now.
Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge game pregame show, and it is ready for our pregame interview. And tonight we're talking with Coach Birdsong of the Tenaha Tigers. Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
We are awesome and blessed tonight. Thank you so much for having us here in Tenaha this evening. We're looking forward to the big game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, let's talk a little bit about things here for the Tenaha Tigers, Coach. I know that Tenaha is always a proud program. You got a great things over there, great facilities and stuff. But let's talk a little bit about how things have gone for you so far here to start your first season there as head coach at Tenaha Tigers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, things have been well. I can't say enough about our administration and our community, our school board. They're all great. And, we started our season last week. Did not start out, the way we wanted it, but we are looking to get things rolling tonight.
Well, I understand that there, Coach. It was kind of surprise to me. I thought for sure that I was going to see a big W there for you guys, but see
how it went off. What went off there?
I wonder how long that for.
You must remain seated with a parent or a guardian. No kids are allowed to run around behind the ceiling, play on the practice field, or climb on the rails on the line. So the seats, please remember on the inside are for children ticket holders only. Your tickets are not
This stuff, didn't it? Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge game pregame show, and it is.
I mean, we had a great spring, and as you said, the guys have been working hard. They worked hard all summer. We did focus on getting bigger, faster, and stronger weights, and we had play 7-on-7 this summer. And like I was very pleased with our turnout that we had. Had a lot of guys, and our numbers up in our program. So with that being said, I can't ask more of our young men and the participation and our leadership that we've had from some of our seniors and our juniors that have stepped up in leadership roles. So as far as that aspect of it, the guys have been working very, very hard.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, that's good to hear, because especially whenever they're out there working their tails off in this Texas heat, and everything, and they're still out there going at it, and you can't ask anything more of your guys than that. Let's talk a little bit about some of those guys there. I'm an offensive lineman. I always like to talk about the big boys up front. So how's your protection up there for your guys in the backfield?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, yes, I'm like you, man. I like those big offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Offensive linemen don't get enough credit, but it starts with our center, C.J. Sewell, and then we have our guards. We have the Cameron Holman and Jalen Williams, and then at the tackle position we have Kieran Cato, and we have Kieran Cato, and we have a freshman, Zakevius Tutt. Those are the guys that lead the charge for us up front.
And so, I know you guys are, have a good mobile quarterback back there, and you can kind of be both ways, Are you going to tend to be use those guys up front to push people around, running the ball a little bit? You're going to try to do a little pass play option. What's going on with the Tigers?
Well, I mean, we want to be multiple.
Right.
You know what I mean? But one thing we want to be able to do is we want to be able to establish the run game. We feel like if you're able to establish the run game early on, that opens up the pass, of course. So that's something that we're always looking to improve on, especially building from last week. I mean, that's what it's all about, learning from film, looking at film study, seeing areas that we can grow on. And we definitely saw some areas with our offensive line that we can improve on, and we worked on this week in practice, and hopefully we can see some improvement in those areas tonight. But to answer your question, we're going to look to pound the rock, but we also looking to throw it as well.
There you go. Tell me a little bit about your quarterback and how's he coming along for you so far, Coach?
Yes, sir. Our quarterback is Brekillian Kenny. He's a 3-year starter at quarterback. This will be his 3rd year. I mean, Brekillian does a great job. We are putting in a new offense this year. We have a new offensive coordinator, but he's grasping the concept of it pretty good. But you know how it is whenever you're implementing a new offense, things takes time. But with that being said, Bray's he's laid back. He's what you look for in a quarterback. He's cool, calm, and collected and everything. But I can see it. I can see him, each day in practice, in his approach to practice, and I can see him getting more and more comfortable running the system. So with that being said, I'm looking for big things for him as the season continues to progress.
Well, yeah, that sounds like that. He's got the admiration of his team, and like I said, I've seen him play the last couple of years. Got to call him on for a radio show last year too, so I know how good that quarterback that you got is there. And Kenny, he is really good. You got some good defensive guys out there too, because doesn't he play both sides of the ball?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's also our starting strong safety. So yes, Brekillian is a part of. Plays a very big part of both sides of the ball along with special team. Yes, he's a very important part for the Tenaha Tigers.
Yeah, and what I like about the Tigers too, you guys always seem to have a really good perennial, or annual perennial secondary crew that just has good speed and is able to really work on some good receiving cores that you find in some of these schools that y'all have to play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right. Our receiving core this year, we have a couple returners and a couple of new faces. Our wide receivers this year is led by Jatorian Moore and Avante Fadu. Those guys are our returning receivers that we have. And we have some other guys that's stepping up. We have Bubba Malone that's stepping up as a receiver. We have Quentin Goodson. We also have Decaden Cooks. And we have Tydarian Landon. Those are some of
definitely going to be keeping those names out there for tonight too, to see how many times we're going to be calling their names out there as well. And on the defensive side of the ball too, Coach, I was saying, touch a little bit there on your secondary. I know you guys have some of those two-way players there, especially in the backfield, but the big guys up front are always those monster hungry guys in the trenches. But your linebacker crew's got to be a very key part of it. So who you got back there is your monster backers. That's a big part of the Tenaha defense.
Well, I tell you what, man, that's where we're very young at the linebacker position. I'm gonna be honest with you. This year, I only have one returning starter, and that's Kajavion Ross at outside linebacker. At my Mike linebacker, my middle linebacker, I have Ciro Sandoval. He is a sophomore. And then at the wheel linebacker, I have DeCamerion Kelly. And then I have a few guys that's playing by committee at the other outside linebacker. A couple of names you'll hear. You'll hear Christian Sparks. And then I was very, very impressed with a couple of freshmen that stepped in last week. One of those freshmen being Jaden Goodson. And then we have another young man, Christian Vega, that stepped in and played some good minutes for us, as well as Raymond Flores. So those guys, like I said, we're just going to be a linebacker crew this year by committee.
Right.
We're very excited about them. Like I said, they're young, but we're going to be able to get it done by committee. And I feel like it's going to take some time, but again, we're going to take some growing pains early. But with that being said, I coach the linebackers, and I spend a lot of time with those guys, and I like their attitude. I like their work ethic. They know what it takes as far as film study, and I'm hard on those guys because like I said, that's a position that I coach, and they know what I expect. But with that being said, I'm very excited about that group.
Well, that's good, Coach, especially if you got a good plethora of guys that you can step in there and that knows what to do. That's also helpful to a coach there as well. And those two, we took a hard loss there to Elysian Fields last week, Coach, so we got to step away from that and get into the game going on here tonight. Got a very tough team here in the West Sabine Tigers. They took on the champs last week, and they played very well there too. So, but at home at the pit, for the Tigers, want to represent well. What's the Tigers got to do to keep the West Sabine Tigers off the scoreboard as much as possible?
Well, one thing that we got to do is we got to be able to tackle better. I felt like we pursued to the football. We got to the football, but when we got to the football, we just didn't finish and tackle the way that we needed to. And that's one thing that we stressed this week. Also, with that being said, we got to make sure that we're lining up right. We don't want to get beat by alignment. Those are some things. And I'm going to be honest, you said it right. West Sabine has a good football team. Coach Bragg and his staff do a phenomenal job down there. But those are some things that we're going to have to do defensively. Now, offensively, we just got to get rolling and try to start fast. And, like I said, establish the run game and to open up the pass game and just take what they give us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we've been preaching, we can get 3 or 4 yards a pop, 3 times 3 times 4 is 12. We just want first downs. We got to think first downs, and then if we just stay the course, we feel like we can pop one every now and then. So we just got to stay the course and just stay focused and think next play. I think sometimes when you have some youth around, that was also something that we stressed this week. We have to focus on the next play and be a little bit more mentally tougher than what we showed last week as well.
Awesome. There you go, Coach. You get that to the guys there, and only on week 2. I know we got a long way to go, but every win counts whenever it comes to East Texas football. I know you know that for sure. That's for sure. But I do want to say good luck to you and the guys, Coach, and we'll be there. We're so looking forward to covering this game this evening. And I want to remind you too that hey, on Monday nights we're down at the pizzeria in Center, and you're more than welcome to come down and enjoy some free pizza and talk about the Tenaha Tigers on Monday nights down there in Center.
Hey, man, we appreciate that. And again, we thank you for covering us tonight. And y'all have a blessed night. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, it's time for the Tigers to come to the field here on NetSN.
And we're going to go
We're
down here
on
to
the
Chris.
air, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to go down to Chris Wallace, and he's having a chat with the cheerleaders. Who are you talking to, Chris?
Hello, this is the West Sabine cheerleaders, the West Sabine Tigers. Y'all are over there, so I'm going to turn my back, wave real big. Okay, and Kinsey, you're my go-to for one word. Let's practice. Ready? I point to you and you say
Bougie.
Okay, so we got that. All right, tell me who you are.
Avery Malone.
And
Carlin Ford. Madison Vasquez. Lena Worry. Kinsey Bragg. Kaylin Garza. Alicia Case. Stormy McCross. Armani Mason. Bougie.
okay, so do you guys generally? I'll just ask you two. And this is raining today, but it play like it was pretty weather. Do you like away games better or home games?
Home games.
How come?
It's just more fun. And I haven't had one with West Sabine yet.
That's the second away game in a row.
Mhm.
What about you?
I like home games.
Anybody like away games better? All right, really?
Because I get out of school early.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm just here for it, and I'm bougie, so we all know.
Okay, now you can probably tell by looking at me, looking at the camera now, that even in rain, I have beauty secrets that keep me looking young and fresh. Yeah, but what do y'all do? I mean, you're cheerleaders. You're supposed to look like you just top of the morning, and it's raining on you. What do you have any secrets to share?
Elf Power Grip.
Elf Power Grip. How does that work?
Red Bull energy drinks.
Red Bull Energy and Elf Power Grip.
It's makeup.
Elf. That's makeup.
Makeup. Yes, makeup.
Elf Power Grip is makeup.
Yes.
I knew that. It's one of my beauty secrets. Okay, who's going to win tonight and why?
We're gonna win tonight.
Why?
Because we're better. Bougie.
You play with what?
Mark.
That's good. That's good. All right. I want to hear and her boyfriend's on the team, so it's a done deal. So let's hear right quick a West Sabine Tiger chant cheer as we leave.
For the Tigers. Hey. For the Tigers. Hey. Hey. Let's rally for the Tigers. Hey.
Hey, there's nothing bougie about that. That was all good. Hey, that's the West Sabine Tiger cheerleaders. Thank you, girls.
All righty, folks.
Send it back up y'all's way.
Thanks a lot, Chris. It is the Right Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. We're rolling right along. Let's talk to Coach Bragg of the West Sabine Tigers.
Hey, good evening, football fans. Welcome here to a pregame on our Right Chrysler Dodge Game pregame show, and we're going to talk to Coach Bragg of the West Sabine Tigers. Coach, how we doing?
Doing fine. Doing a little wet, but hey, we're going to go play some football, so we're ready.
Oh, East Texas is a little wet. It's got to be. It's all good. That's good football. If you ask me, a lot of fun that way, right? Coach, well, I'll tell you what. You're coming in here after a tough loss against Timpson last week, but a very good showing by your team. I checked in on you and saw some of the stuff you guys did. So I think you had to be pretty pleased, even though you wanted a W, of course. But you had to be pretty pleased with the way you guys played in first week.
Yes, sir. Overall, I was. I mean, obviously, we want to win every game, but we still facing a pretty good ball club. They were 16-0 and got one of the top running backs for. Well, he's playing quarterback now, but in the state, and he showed that the other night too. Like I said, main thing we wanted to focus on was no turnovers. The scrimmages, we have been turning the ball. We had 7 turnovers in 2 scrimmages. Now we came out turnover free. We had to punt it a few times, but we didn't turn the ball over. And Timpson's still a good ball club. That's what I tell people. The last 3 or 4 years, they've went 5+ rounds, so they're getting 15+ practices each year extra on top of that. So them kids, they may not play any varsity football, but they've been playing against the best team every practice, every week. So they have something to prove too, though. But like I said, overall, our kids, you always want to win, but we saw some good things that we can build off of. And we came out injury free, so that's always big too.
Yeah, week 1, and just trying to put everything together, just getting everybody in a position, make sure everybody knows kind of what's happening out there on the team too. So let's talk a little bit about your offense as you're going through, Coach. You got a good quarterback, got a good running game going on there, and your offensive line. So how's everything stacking up there from the line back?
I mean, all camp and during the spring and even in the fall early on.
Well, I mean, with the robot moving it back and forth, will that keep it alive? Not down the road.
And a lot of folks have you predicted win your district and to do a lot of damage this year. And I think that can be done too with the way you guys have been building this program up here over the last few years. So starting off here, with this defensive squad, they played very well. They gave up some points last week against Timpson, but you're probably going to against that team. But you still play with them there. But I thought that they did really good, and they made some good stops, and they did some key things to get the ball back to your offense too.
Yes, like you said, our defense, they play. I know we gave up 39 points, but there was 3 of their scores was on 4th down, and one was on a long 3rd down. Credit to Timpson, they still made the plays, but our defense, they played well. Like I said, we was pleased, good effort, flying through the football, and there were several times we was there to tackle JJ, the running back or quarterback now at Timpson, and he would just run through us, and like I told our kids that this kid may be playing on Sunday. He's that good, but overall, we was in the right spots. Sometimes we just didn't make the plays, and that's something we focus on, trying to wrap up, make sure we got more than one person at the ball, to make sure we gang tackle, and get the ball carrier down.
All right, we're facing a good Tenaha squad too that took a loss last week as well. So Tigers versus Tigers here, and you guys kind of know each other and you played each other here. But this is a tough squad here playing at their house, and a little bit of wetness out there on the field.
Skill kids, and they're huge up front. They got their O line, D line is big, so we're going to make sure offensively we're staying on our blocks and locking up on them guys because they're big. And the same thing defensively. They're big offensive lines. A lot of the same kids. Most of us play both ways at this level, and they're good on the offensive line. Quarterback's really good. He can run it. He can throw it. So it's just a good test for us though to just, see where we at. Because anytime you play Tenaha, they're going to have a good ball club. The coaches do a good job over here, and they just have talented kids every year. So.
Right, and you got a good bunch of talented kids there too, Coach, but you got some good guys helping you out there on the sidelines. So any new faces this year, some guys stepping up to help you out on the sidelines?
Well, it's funny you asked that. We've added one coach, and he is a Tenaha alumni.
Oh, there we go.
Mr. Tootie Horton, Damon Horton. So we're excited to have him, and I've been messing with him all week. Now, this is homecoming, and I see a sign out here, this is home of Tootie Horton and this and that. But no, he's on the one bad. Everybody else, most of it's a good thing about it. Our coaches, like 6 out of us 9 have been together for 4 years, so that's a good thing. I think the kids get some consistency from us, and they know what to expect from us, and I think that helps in more ways than people know. So.
All right, Coach. Well, it's going to be a good, fun year. Got to get it going here tonight. So good luck to you and the guys. And don't forget, Monday nights pizza. Whenever you want to come on down, you get the chance. Come on down.
Hey, I appreciate it. It's just tough because I do during the season. I do Monday night football with my juniors and seniors. So after practice, I let them come over, feed them, and we watch Monday NFL football for a half. They always want to stay long. That's y'all got to go out of here. That's the way we get away from football a little bit. Even though we're still watching it, where I can bond with them kids a little bit. Get back to them a little bit. So I appreciate your offer, but I can't make it on Monday.
I understand totally. That would probably be where I would be if I was a coach right there too, Coach. All right, well, good luck to you and the guys, and we'll see you again later in the season, but let's have a good game tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, it's time for the big ball game here, and like your coach said, Tigers are going to win. One of them is anyway here on NetSN. Thanks, sir.
Hey, so tell me it's not actually is it on the radio?
Here we go. Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go for the big broadcast. This is your Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show here, and we got keys to the game. So what do we got, fellas, for keys to the game here tonight? What do you think? Chris?
This is great because it's one of the few places we'll go to see football all year that has real grass.
Yeah.
And it's wet. So that old variable is introduced into the game. How well will you handle not just a wet ball, but slippery conditions? I have no idea which team is better equipped for that, but I think that will be one of those keys that we'll just have to kind of discover as we go.
Who is better equipped for the sloppy pit?
That's it.
Yeah, and both these teams really are because, if you go to Pineland, West Sabine down there, they have a great facility just about like this, too. They're getting some new stuff down there. But this is a grind-and-pound football teams, both of them. This is East Texas football right here. It doesn't get any better than that. So that's your keys to the game is just get out there and see who can hang on to the ball. Turnovers are going to be big. If you can hang on to it because it's going to get a little bit wet, that should be the thing right there tonight. All right, and also checking in with Coach Bragg, he said that everybody came through like you heard in the interview there, everybody came through the last week's game against Timpson without any injury, so they're injury-free. And Coach Birdsong says that they're good to go. They're just bumps and bruises after the first one.
And that's brought to you by Hope Medical, and that's the kind that Hope Medical always wants to bring, a clean injury report on both sides of the ball.
Definitely, and Hope Medical there, and also all the wonderful sponsors that help bring us the ball games throughout the year. But let's hear from some of those wonderful people. We're rolling right along here. We're about 4 minutes away from kickoff right here on your Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show from the pit, Tenaha, NSN.
At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
Happy Tales Adoption Center is now the animal shelter of Shelby County, and their promise and mission is to improve and protect the lives of animals in our community and to alleviate their suffering and abuse. Every week during the ball game, you'll have a Happy Tales Adoption Center Minute, where we will feature a couple of the wonderful animals up for adoption at Happy Tales Adoption Center. Also remind everyone how you can donate and become a foster or even volunteer if you have the opportunity. It's Happy Tales Adoption Center, the animal shelter of Shelby County, just east of Center. My name is Sparkles. I'm 2 years old and weigh 27 pounds. I'm a Catahoula mix and a little on the small side. I love playing, especially with kids. My name is Izzy. I'm 3 years old and I was what they called a city dog. But after 5 weeks, I have all my hair back, I'm super healthy, and I love people. These dogs, plus many other animals, are available for adoption at Happy Tales Adoption Center, the animal shelter of Shelby County. Thank you for joining us on the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. It's time for kickoff, and your kickoffs are brought to us by Shelby Savings Bank.
Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here as we're just checking in here, and just after the coin toss, and Shire says that the West Sabine Tigers won the toss and deferred. Shire, is that what we got there?
That's right. And so Tenaha decided to take the ball.
Alrighty, so here we go as we're getting ready to run with this one, and we got a few minutes left here, about a minute left to go in our Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show, and thanks those wonderful folks here bringing us that pregame there, and also Shelby Savings Bank for our kickoff. And also, I tell you what, we've been doing really well so far this year. We've been doing some volleyball this year as well. There's been a little issue with that, Chris. I don't know what the deal is, if it's just not reaching very well here because it's on something new, or maybe we could try that. I'm sorry, folks. Give us 1 second to come down with a few things. There we go. Now we go. All right, so we're good to go here. We're ready to go. We got two great cameras going on here. We got a robot over there. See if it can keep up with things, and it looks like it's going to be ready to go for the kickoff.
I think that camera needs to be Larry Jr.
Larry Jr.
Ours is, what's our camera, Wallington? Was it Randolph or Roberto?
Roberto, is that what it is? Okay, there you go.
Ronaldo,
okay. All right, so going back deep for the Tenaha Tigers is see, here we go. I want to get everybody right. We got Cooks, and it looks like also number 4 Ross, and it's going to be handled there by Ross about the 18-yard line. Sorry, that's number 1. That is Moore, and Moore going to bring it here to the Tenaha sideline on the home side. And they were thinking that there should be a flag down here, but it is out of bounds, and that's where the Tenaha Tigers are going to start off. Is it's going to be Tiger football right there at the 33-yard line.
I'm looking forward to number 65. the Cameron Holman. He's a big old boy, Larry. He looks like he could have played on the Larry Pierce line.
I don't know. I tell you what, you got to be a big old boy to play some line for me. That's for sure.
Well, look at him. He's a house.
Yes,
Let's
he
see
is.
see if he doesn't clear a path for these Tenaha runners.
Here's Kenny. He's going to take the high snap. Oh, nice job in the backfield there by the Tigers. As they get back there, I guess you can't mess that up there tonight, huh? Hughes back there first. And it's going to be a loss on the play there for Tenaha.
What's it going to be about 3-yard loss? But yeah, 4-yard loss.
Wow. So 2nd down and 16 here. And in the backfield there is going to be, let me separate my stuff here. Is going to be Kenny and Ross. Kenny. The quarterback now with Ross to his right side. Got twin receivers set here to the near side. Going to hand off to Ross from Kenny. And a nice job once again getting in that backfield. Those Tenaha, I'll tell you what, the Sabine Tigers get back there quick. Lincoln quick back there on that one.
Well, they're putting 9 in the box, Larry. Tough to run against 9 in the box.
Definitely.
They're gonna have to put the ball in the air and get them out of that.
Yeah, you have to do something. That's negative plays, back-to-back negative plays. That makes a 3rd down and about 13 as they go all the way back to now sitting around there around the 25-yard line. So minus 8 yards on 2 runs, 3rd down and 18 for Kenny as he brings it back to the line. Kenny's going to finally maybe listen to you here this time, Shires, but he breaks it in the middle. Here's where Kenny's explosive.
There he goes.
Gets right back up the middle here to the
There he goes.
side.
There he goes.
Midfield, back up inside. He cuts, and the Tigers there to wrangle him down, but a great run there by Kenny. Finally being tackled there by Randall, number 25, into Tiger territory for Tenaha. And that's a great play, but we got some, we can't say mustard. We got some laundry on the field.
Uh-oh.
Right back here about the 40-yard line, but it still should be enough for a Ray Jones 1st down Tigers into Sabine Tiger territory here with 10:09 to go on a big run.
You see, I don't see a flag, Larry.
He picked it. Maybe it was just a beanbag there. He picked up a flag there or something around the 40. It was a very faded yellow color flag, so maybe that's what it was there. So here we go. All right, so Kenny once again. You're going to hand off Ross.
There's a hole there this time.
Big hole there for the big line up front. Good job, Coach Birdsong. Been very proud of that line. That's another Ray Jones 1st down. That's 2. And I'll take it up to the 20-yard line, maybe just outside the 10-yard line, down to about the 13.
We're going quick.
Well, possibly our first injury here.
And number 2 coming off there.
Yeah, I think he's twisted ankle. He'll be all right. So here we go. 9:34 to go.
That's the running back Ross there. Didn't have him out here. Sparks comes in here to replace him there, number 11. As that clock rolling 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Going to hand off to Sparks. Sparks bounce around, but he's met there at the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a few back to the 15. And once again, 25 Randall right there in the middle for Coach Bragg's defensive squad. Loss on the play. Takes it back to the 15. 2nd down and 12. Kenny going to roll over. Trying to find some room out there. Randall in pursuit. Now he turns the corner. He's going to have enough for a 1st down to get pushed out of bounds out there, but have enough for a 1st down.
That's a touchdown, Larry Pierce. That's what you call a touchdown.
Touchdown. I thought he got right outside there, but that's a touchdown. Tenaha. Good job. Good call there, fellas. I missed it. But, yeah, good job as he come around the corner. I thought maybe he got outside just in front of that pylon there. Because we're right next to the coaches. I was catching an arm.
Yeah.
Touchdown there by Kenny on the touchdown run. So that'll put it up there 6-0. Going to line up here for the extra point. Number 13, that is Barrett's. Oh.
Oops.
We get a penalty flag in here. That might have been an offsides there, number 1.
Probably an offside, yeah.
Hughes.
I wonder if that makes a difference, or if you get half the distance if you go in there and put it in for.
So we're going to bring in, they're probably going to change it now to go to the 2-point play. You talking about number 70, Brian Chavez there? Is that the big guy up there in front? I mean, they got a lineup for Coach Birdsong. I like that lineup. We talked a little bit about that in his pregame interview.
Yeah, they've got.
I like the size of them guys up there.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, I'd hate to have to feed them guys on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning breakfast. That's for sure.
We'll get a good look at them right there.
So here we go. Going to go for the 2-point conversion now. Is they're going to bring in a. Oh, they got the. Boy, you talk about the jumbo formation in the backfield. Number 78 back there. That is Jalen Williams. The refrigerator Perry play. And, oh, nice job on the fake out. Good job.
Touchdown.
That is a beautiful 2-point conversion right there by the Tenaha Tigers.
Nice block on the outside by the receiver to allow us to walk in.
And number 5 there by Kenny. So he takes it in there with 8:49 to go here into this first quarter. Tenaha takes it down the field, and they started there on their own 33-yard line, got backed up to about the 25, and then get down the field for the first quarter, make it an 8-0 ball game. We'll take a break and be right back here. You're watching your Thursday night Piney Woods game of the week right here on NetSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store on Facebook. Find our page on Facebook. There you'll find a post for our weekly auction. If you find an item you like, place your...
Nope, messed up. All right, folks, welcome back. Here we're going to have a Shelby Savings Bank kickoff coming. We'll get it from Larry Jr. is going to cover it for now. So we will get it here. 8-0 Tenaha with the early lead against West Sabine. We'll see what the West Sabine offense can do here in just a moment. But first, the kickoff, again, brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank.
All righty. So what is it saying? It's just stuck there, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I can show you how to fix it here in a minute.
Okay. So here we go, ready for the kick. As now Sabine Tigers will now be ready for their first offensive set here once they get it here. On to the kick. Lazaro, number 53, will be in there to run the kick here for the Tigers. And because of the penalty there, they're going to be doing a move it back a few yards on the 35-yard line, so it should be okay. So ready to go here at the 35-yard line for the check. And there's a kick on the way. Be taken there in the middle of the field. Now over to the right side by number 4 for the Tigers. That is Jacoby Harris. So ready to go here for West Sabine. I'll get the camera back up there. There we go.
That's all. The Larry Jr. is covering the whole thing. Larry, don't worry about it. You just you tend to your stuff. Let me do this.
Just you're weird to have a bunch of people in here, folks. I'm used to it. I was like, we're good to go. All right, 50-yard line. So right here at the 50-yard line, midfield stripe here for the West Sabine Tigers. Up under center, number 10. That is Richardson. He'll hand off. And there's going to be a lot of running here. They got a plethora of running backs, New West Sabine, and right up to get finding some room. And Coach Birdsong even said that we got to tackle a little bit better. They're finally being tackled after a big run down the field on the Tiger side there. Number 12, that is Camarion Striegel. And should be enough for a first down, but looks like everybody's coming back due to some laundry onto the field. A holding call on the Tigers in West Sabine. That'll bring all the way back to the 40-yard line. That's where they'll get started up here. After the penalty. So right there at the 36-yard line. So bringing him back to the line here. Here's the quarterback Richardson, ready to go up under center. Hand off here to the right side, and a nice run moving around, bounce around here. A good run once again. This time that's number 5. That is, say number 5? We'll go number 6 on that one.
I think it was.
Yeah, Bork number 6 there. I think that's what it was. But good play, good run there by 7 yards, taking it up now to the 27-yard line.
I'm trying to look. That's the old-fashioned. Is that the? I think that's the pro style, pro set.
Yeah, pro set. There's a 2-back pro set.
You
Yeah.
you don't see that much anymore.
No, that's
But I love it. Pro set is my favorite.
Right.
Larry Pierce is my favorite because you can do anything out of it.
You can find all kinds of different variations out of there for that.
Lining up and just going man-on-man base blocking straight halfback dive off of it. There's no action. I mean, it's just watch. He just does a quick pitch.
So yeah,
And it goes the other way. Look at that. That's gonna be right down the gut.
Striegel, as they had another Ray Jones first down there, and they'll take it down on the run, getting it close to the 10-yard line as they are going to have a first down and 10. I'm sorry, first down and goal inside the 10. Looking like right there at about the 9-yard line. So first down and go from the 9 as Richardson brings it back up here for the Tigers. He'll get up under center. Pitch it off once again to Striegel over to the left side once again, and a good job there keeping him out of the end zone.
That's just right off tackle. It's almost like a quick pitch, isn't it, Larry? It's not.
Yeah.
He's not taking it down and handing it to him. He's doing a little quick pitch, and it's just right off tackle, and it's just that tackle and tight end just creasing the Tiger defense.
Yeah, it's just really, really quick as we get down to 7 minutes to go, and now it's second down and goal from about the 3-yard line, and we're going to get a timeout onto the field, so we'll be able to take a quick timeout with them. So as you're watching your Piney Woods area game of the week, we'll break. We'll be right back here on NetS.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Aurora Concepts Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts.
Alrighty, we're back here as we get ready to go, as it is a first down or second down and a goal here from about the 3-yard line, and they're going to pitch it out once again, and this time Bork's going to take it into the end zone from 3 yards out for the touchdown, and it's a 3-yard touchdown run to make it now an 8-6 ball game here. Might be best just to use your finger, man, on the pad. I don't know why that mouse is not working right. My apologies. So here we go, as the 2-point conversion is going to be ready to come in here. And they're going to bring in the play, try to tie this up here at 8 apiece as Richardson, number 10 in at quarterback here for the West Sabine Tigers. Pitch it out here to Striegel. He'll take it over right into that 3-hole, and he'll dive right on in there for the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion is good, and that'll make it now an 8-8 ball game here with 7:01 to go into the first quarter. We'll be right back here as it is your Piney Woods area game of the week right here on NetS.
What you are good at, Chris.
All right, here we go. Ferdeau, and we're here on that kick there, trying to get it down on the far end, and it's going to roll into the end zone, so it will be a touchback and be a 25-yard line. That's where I think I'm getting some stats here right here, folks. Yeah. We're going to do the best we can.
It's interesting. I talked to Coach Rick Meeks in the Rick Meeks Show live from the pizzeria, brought you about Sabine State Bank every Monday and normally Monday nights. But we talked about, whether or not high school would go to the newfangled kickoff rule like the NFL does. And he says, probably in 2 or 3 years, if it works for the NFL, then it may come down to here.
Wow. That's actually a pretty interesting seeing kickoff the wheel that they have, if they wanted to implement it. Kenny going to hold on to himself, roll around here to the near side, and Sabine chasing him down there as he gets all the way over to the edge.
Well, they are really bringing folks right up the middle, and that's why Tenaha's had some success with the quarterback scramble, getting outside and that one run that was off tackle. We'll see if Sabine, if they're going to adjust and so held them to about a yard gain there.
So getting that clock rolling, 2nd down and 9, but at least first down yards. But you got to get better. You got to have more than a yard on 1st down. But they're going to spread them out here a little bit. We got trip receiver set over to that far side, and Kenny in the backfield going to hand off to the man in the backfield. But it gets the ball's on the ground, and it's going to be the first turnover of the night. It's going to be the West Sabine Tigers jumping on top of it as it was coughed up there by the Tigers. Number 24 Goodson had it. They got jumped out of there, and the West Sabine Tigers are going to get it on the fumble. The fumble Rooski. So it'll go back to the West Sabine, and they're in good field position right here now, fellas, all the way down there. And they're sitting there at the ball at about the 21-yard line, looks like. So 21-yard line here for Richardson and his crew. Richardson going to bring him to the line, and they've got a 3-headed monster back there now ready to run. He's going to pitch it off and going to follow his blockers through is number 4, that is Harris. And
Nice
turn the
job.
corner, and he got smoked down there at the bottom.
Nice job of contained by number 8 for Tenaha. I'll get that name and number.
Fredo.
Avante Fredo. Senior defensive back. So he came out there and he came up in what we call that run enforcement, Larry Pierce.
Yes. So here we go. Got that far one over there. And here we go. Richardson back up under center. Striegel over to that left side. Find some room there. But the Tigers are getting a little bit more used to that over there now. That toss is not getting as many yards as it did in that first drive. But they'll pick up 5 right there to about the 15.
If you're offensive coordinator, you like that. They got more like 6 or 7.
So we'll give them 6 down to the 15 there.
Yep. From 3rd and about 4.
So already about 45, 50 yards of rushing here for the West Sabine Tigers in this first quarter.
I think it's going to be off tackle toss to the right. Yep. Look at that.
There, Bork.
Oh, right up there.
Cut it inside.
Nice.
Yeah, nice vision. Bork, is that what you said his name was?
Bork.
If he's related to the federal court judge, Robert Bork.
One of the cheerleaders. If you hear his name, that's my boyfriend.
Oh, nice.
Oh. So first to go from the 9.
The bougie cheerleader?
6 yards. After a 6-yard run there. And they're going to give it to Striegel this time. Once again, he'll take it over to that left side, but the Tenaha Tiger defense there to stand him up as he gets right around the 5. He'll get inside the 5, maybe down to the 4 for a gain of 5.
Yeah, that's the trouble, Pierce. Right? It looked like Tenaha defended that really well, but they still get 5 on it.
Yeah, they got those big linemen. They're just chugging those legs, and it makes a 3rd down and goal from about to the 3-yard line here. And Tenaha Tiger defense trying to hold strong there here onto this play. And they're going to try to go off the tackle there and get up the gut. It's still going to be a little bit short, maybe down to the 1. So, yeah, we got 3rd and, well, I'll tell you, that's inside the 1-yard line. So 3rd, and we're going to call it a solid yard here.
Hey, Larry Pierce, get my other camera going here so we can get a
tight view. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Richardson going to take it up the gut, and he's going to take it in and take it in and turn for the score.
Touchdown.
Take it in right up the gut there. Was that the Richardson, the quarterback, I believe, was on the touchdown. Keeper there.
Pierce, I don't know. We're going to need the wide shot with West Sabine's offense.
Right. You may be right. That's for sure. All right. So another good running there. 2 rushing touchdowns here by these by the West Sabine Tigers. So here we go for the 2-point conversion. Once again, Richardson. Oh, nice. Okay, that's going to be
I think they got
stopped up
stopped.
right there. Yeah, that's
The
stopped
play
up
got
there.
stopped.
But Harris went through the line, and one of the Tenaha Tigers stood him up. That's for sure. So that'll back him up there on the offsides and see if
what
they
they
get
do
that
here.
2-point conversion still.
See if they got a field goal kicker, or are they going to still go for 2? The kid kicking off got a pretty good leg, so I would think they would have the capability of kicking an extra point if they chose to.
Yeah, Coach Bragg, he's going to know that he's going to need all the points he gets. So even if he has to get one later on, but right now, let's get these 2-point conversion here. And going to throw it out there here.
Oh,
Nice
stopped
job
him.
by the Tigers. They stop him out there. Good job by the Tenaha Tigers as they're right there to shut that down. That was number 1. That is Moore, and number 7, Malone, and there to stop that. So that makes it 14 as a 2-point conversion is no good. So that makes it 14-8 here at the 3:44 mark of the first quarter, and Tenaha Tigers will get it back. We'll be right back here on a Net SN.
Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
All righty, folks, we are back here after the kickoff. Purdue's going to pick that up, and he's going to take it back. Give good starting field position here to the Tenaha Tigers, as the Tigers now will have it in a 1st down and 10, trailing at 14-8 here, 3:36 to go into this first quarter, as Tenaha brings it back to the line here, and Kenny and his offense coming back out. They got to start there right at the 32-yard line. So 3:36 left to go here in this first quarter at the 32-yard line. Here we go. Kenny brings him up. He's going to have number 11 in the backfield. That's Sparks. Sparks goes from the left to the right side here. Twin receiver set here to the right side. Going to hand off to Sparks, but getting off his block very, very well. Was a great job there by the defensive end. Number 30, I'm sorry, that is number 44 for the West Sabine Tigers, Cade Moran. And that was a great play. That's a loss there of about 7 yards onto that play. Back to the 25. They put him out at the 25-yard line, looks like. So that'll bring down a 2nd down and about 17 here for the Tenaha Tigers. The Tigers come to the line. Kenny in the backfield. Also going to be back there with number 8. That's Purdue. So we're going to get a timeout onto the field. With 2:51 to go here into this first quarter. 14-8 West Sabine on top on our Piney Woods area game of the week right here on a Net SN.
At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make 'em shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
All righty, folks, we are back here as we get ready to rock and roll on our Thursday night game of the week back here after the timeout. And it is Kenny back in at quarterback. He's going to look to pass this time here. Now getting flushed out. Now trying to find some room. Finally going to be wrangled up there and finally be taken down all the way back close to the 10-yard line there. That's a big loss. He couldn't find anybody downfield. Didn't have anybody to get away from down there. And that's going to be a big loss there by the Tigers. That's going to be back the third down and a cab ride now.
That's right.
And to call Uber for that one. All the way back to the 27. That's going to be a loss all the way back. Where are they at there?
Chris, that may be a bus ride.
All the way back to the 15-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 10 right there.
Yeah, they got to get on the other side of the 40. They got to get to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, we might want to call Uber.
42-yard line. They got to get to the 42.
Third down and way long here for Kenny and the Tenaha Tigers. Kenny going to look to pass. Going to get a penalty flag coming in here, and that may be an offsides. That could be even more here against the Tenaha Tigers.
It'll be an illegal shift. I believe I saw the call. I don't know, Pierce, what you got in the playbook for third and 35?
Third and 35, not really a whole lot. Just try to get to the edge and get as much as you can get and give your punter some room. That's about all you can do after that penalty right there. That'll back them up all the way back to the 10. So now that'll make it a third down and about 32 for Kenny in the squad. Kenny got some time back there this time. Now he's going to find some room. Now bring it up. There you go. He's got to beat one man, and he does as he's coming up the sideline here. Is Kenny trying to get – oh, he's going to get close, man. He'll get up to the 40-yard line before he is knocked down there at the 40. He got so close. And a 30-yard run there by Kenny. But it'll be up a fourth down and 1 or 2. Do you think I don't know, Coach Birdsong. Yeah, you got to think about it. But early in the ball game, 1:25 to go here in this first quarter, I don't know.
I don't know, Pierce. Tenaha has had virtually no ability to stop West Sabine offensively. So what difference does it make if they go 40 or if they go 70?
Yeah, if you can get another play like that, take that fourth down and get your fourth down.
I think
maybe even try to get him to jump off sides here.
Yeah.
And that clock rolling with 105.
I think you got to get your quarterback outside.
All right, here they come with a big old package once again here, and trying to get some kind of a. Yeah, we're going to get a penalty flag.
No, starts a timeout.
We're going to get a timeout.
Get a timeout first.
Laundry back here, and Coach Birdsong getting a timeout and see what they're going to give them. So they're going to get the penalty. So they're going to get the penalty here on the delay of game. I think that's what they called that there. So 53 seconds left to go here till.
Yeah, I thought Coach was going to get a timeout called.
Yeah,
he's talking to the side official.
Official says they got the penalty beforehand, so they're going to go ahead and kick it now.
Discretion is the better part of valor at this point.
That's a 4th down and 7 now, so they're going to go ahead and kick it away. Number 4 back deep here. That is Harris for the West Sabine Tigers. Sandoval ready to kick here. Number 21 for Tenaha. Good snap. And good kick. Nice kick. And that's going to be Harris taking it there at about the 35-yard line, taking it to the home side. Got a blocking flag right there. Harris.
There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
Down the sideline, and he's going to take it to the house.
To the house.
Right at 70 yards. Well, I saw a block in the back that didn't get called there at about the 50-yard line, but that's it. And Harris going to take it right to the house there for the touchdown and make it 20-8 as Harris on the touchdown return on the kickoff, on the punt return for the touchdown, punt return. 68 yards, as you'll see right there at the 32-yard line when he got it in. So that's a 68-yard touchdown. That'll make it 20-8, 32 seconds. That's quick by the West Sabine Tigers right there.
Yikes.
So they didn't get the 2-point conversion last time, so they're going to look to get it right here now as Richardson brings them back out. And Bork and Striegel are going to be in the backfield. We're going to get a penalty flag here by the referee before the start of this one. And that's going to be off. That's going to be against. I got the. That is definitely going to be against West Sabine. I'll back them up. So 32 seconds here. And let's see if they're going to go with this. So West Sabine comes back in here for the 2-point play.
Sorry about that.
There he goes. Takes it right in for the two-point
You missed
conversion.
it.
And that was number 12, taking it in there for the Striegel, taking it in there for the two-point conversion. So the two-point conversion is good. That will now make it a 22-8 ball game with 32 seconds left to go here until the second quarter, right here at the pit in Tenaha. We'll be right back, NetSA.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition.
Unless we run and take the go get the go take a towel and wipe that off, maybe.
Yeah. We're back here ready to go for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. And here we go as it will be over to the far side here for Tenaha and for Duke. We'll wrangle it up there at about to the 27-yard line there for the Tenaha Tigers. So after the punt return for the touchdown to make it 22-8, Tenaha is going to come back out here in the Tigers now. Let's see if they can answer something back here after negative plays on that last drive. You know, right now for me, guys, I'm using that big line and I'm pushing everybody forward. I'm just pushing it straight forward down north and south. That's just what I got to do right here.
Yeah, but Larry, the definition of sanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different return result.
I think you're going to get some good results.
I think I got to get outside.
There's a nice stick there into the middle.
I think they've got to attack the outside. I just don't think they're going to have any. They're going to have any business running between the tackles because West Sabine continues to stack the box, and their front. They're running an odd front, and they're just beating the Tenaha interior offensive linemen. They've got to go outside and use their athleticism.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some ways there in the middle, maybe to try to move some people out and around. But that's going to be the end of the first quarter, and it's going to be a 22-8 lead here at the end of the first. We'll be back for the second quarter. It is on the way. It is your Piney Woods area game of the week right here on NetSA.
The rich tradition of Farmer State Bank. In 1904, a handful of investors put up $25,000. From that initial investment, imagine the generations of lives that have been touched by Farmer State Bank. Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
All righty, we're back here as we get ready to go for the second quarter, and a good first quarter here by the both teams here. But West Sabine had the better of the quarter over the Tenaha Tigers, especially with the return 68-yard touchdown return for the score there. And the defense for West Sabine has done its job here as well. They've taken care of keeping the Tigers pretty much pinned down and not allowing them to get much when it comes to some running game other than a couple of big plays so far. So we'll see what they can do here in the second quarter, see if they can find some kind of way to get around what you're saying there too, Shars, get around in to get to the back half of that defense.
So what do you think, Joe? What have you seen out there so far?
I've seen about pretty much an even game. I haven't seen domination on either side.
Other than
other than the scoreboard,
big scoreboard, yeah.
Yeah, but that's just one or two plays in the whole game.
The turnover
plays and stuff, yeah. The turnover to get you.
The only concern I have is that Tenaha has not shown the ability to slow down that offense. I mean, West Sabine they're running off tackle toss, off tackle left, off tackle toss right, and getting 5 and 6 yards a pop, and that's not good.
Here's Kenny going to look to snap, going to throw it out here in the flat. Got his man at the 25-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
There's a nice play as the Tigers get it out here to number 8, that is Purdue. And another nice pass play there by the Tigers. And second one of the night. First one incomplete. That one there for about 8 yards. Make that about 6 yards, sorry. So it'd be a 2nd down and 4. Make that a 3rd down and 4 at the 33-yard line after the pass play here. So Kenny, 11:54, looking to get a 1st down here for his team. Going to hand off to Sparks. Sparks trying to get around the edge, and a great play at the end. The ball's on the ground once again, but the big man, the lineman, falls on it there. That's another good job there. He's the West Sabine Tigers got a hand in there to knock it out that time. And that's the 2nd time to put it on the ground, but this time the Tigers were able to jump back on it, though. They will lose some yardage. Will Sparks now back to about the 26-yard line. So it's a loss of 7.
Going to bring up another punting situation for the Tigers.
The Tenaha line looks tired to me, and this is the second quarter.
Yeah, that would also what we call a bad sign.
Yeah.
So 11:15 to go, and I can't say that they're tired. I just think that they're just not as quick right now as the West Sabine defense is.
Well, it's not hot out there, but it's sure muggy.
Yeah, it's muggy. That makes a big difference. That humidity will get you big guys all the time, man.
Yeah.
Back deep, I do believe it's going to be Harris. He took it back to the house last time he got this punt. See if he can take it to him this time with 11 minutes to go here till halftime. Now, we were hoping to have our halftime interview coming up with the superintendent of schools. I didn't get the chance to talk to Mr. Copeland, but I was hoping that we may be able to chance to have him come up and hang out with us. But we'll see what we can do. We'll have some fun at halftime anyway, so we'll see what's going on. All right, so here we go. And we're ready for the punt. Little snap. It gets under the feet. And good job by Sandoval to get it away anyway. And it's going to take a Tenaha bounce and then bounce back for West Sabine. Oh, the Tenaha Tigers are good right there. Good job as it's still into the Tenaha territory at the 46-yard line is where it's going to be. But West Sabine is going to have very good starting field position here to Tenaha 46. 10:44 to go into this first half, already leading at 22-8. Tough loss to Timpson last week as we, 39-22. But, I mean, Timpson, very good football team again this year, guys. And we're going to be covering them up, a couple teams, too. Tomorrow night, you guys will be in Spring Hill for Center and Spring Hill.
Yep.
I'll be in Shelbyville for New Boston and Shelbyville. So then Monday we got coaching show. Tuesday we got volleyball. It's all kinds of good stuff. Here's Richardson up under center, going to toss over to the right side. And I do believe that is Striegel over there. Is that Bork? That's Bork, number 6, and he'll take it up ahead to the 41-yard line for a gain of 5.
You don't just get good at this sort of offense overnight. This is something that West Sabine, these kids have probably run this since peewee ball, and all through junior high and then JV and freshman. Because this is just pure execution. What you're looking at right there.
Yeah, this team has got a lot of seniors on it, and they've been playing this ball under Coach Bragg for the last few years. They're going to pitch it out here to Bork. Nice one, too. He's going to come out here. Good block by that was a great block by the receiver here on the edge to give him an extra 10 or 15 yards there to Bork all the way down to the 26-yard line.
That was the old-fashioned pitch. That was a great seal block on the end, great kick-out block by the wide receiver, and Bork just ran through the hole.
Another Ray Jones first down right there. That's 5.
Looks like there was a flag on the play.
There was a flag on the play. Huh? Oh, right row, Raggy. Well, let's bring that one back. That's beneficial there to the.
See, is that going to be a 10-yarder or is that going to be a 15? Because sometimes, when it's out there like that, you're going to get a block in the back. That's not a 10-yard infraction. But
I'll take it all the way back to the 49-yard line.
Now, this must have been a block down the field.
Yeah. So we'll take that one off of there.
Tenaha needs a defensive stop here in the worst possible ways, fellas.
I'm still trying to figure it out here. He's got a 2nd down, and
we're trying to get the chains right, and they're trying to figure out. They got to figure out where the spot of the foul was.
Somebody picked up the flag. If they'd left the flag down there, they'd know where the spot was.
Well, I think they'd already I think the confusion is they had already moved the chains, right? They were already moving the chains down, and they got to get it. They got to get that spotted back right.
Okay.
And then they got to figure out where the ball. They're pretty sure the ball's going to be spotted at the 47.
It's like the 47-yard line. Okay. still having a chat about it here. We're right at 10 minutes left to go here in this first half. 22-8 on a Thursday night Piney Woods game of the week here in Tenaha at the Pit. West Sabine in town. And what I tell you, with the realignment of these districts, too, guys, has got Tenaha over here, West Sabine over here. All these teams in the Piney Woods are in some different districts here until you get to like some of the other 2A squads like Joaquin and Shelbyville and all. They're all in the same one. But some of these teams that are really pretty close right around here have been moved to some district teams around here. So I guess that's the alignment thing after every couple of years here in Texas.
And that's kind of like legislation. You don't really want to know how they do it because it really don't make any sense. Since we cover the Rough Riders a lot, I mean we're either the northernmost team in the district or the southernmost. We're never in the middle in the region. Yeah, in the region.
We'll go to Beaumont one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're 3/4 away to Houston some years and 3/4 away to Dallas the other.
Yeah.
And this Tenaha team has their hands full. West Sabine lost by 19 points last week, but they moved up 8 spots because the team they were hanging with was the state champions, and so they were kind of hungry. And this is their second away game, and Tenaha has such a great heritage, and you could tell by being on the field that the fans and the cheerleaders, they were kind of looking forward to tonight. Felt like they might have an advantage here. So after all that, it's 2nd and 12.
So yeah, 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line of Tenaha. Richardson up under center. Single back set this time. Oh, he gets hit in the backfield. Oh, he gets a great pass, though. Richardson got rid of it right as he got hit. And he makes a great pass right up the seam there to number
10.
10. That was Richardson. Well, who's back there throwing the ball? Because I thought Richardson was the quarterback.
Maybe he's so good he threw it to himself.
Threw it to himself. Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I can think of. So maybe that was thrown there. The reception there by number 10. On the first down, Ray Jones first down. That's number 7 on the night there for them. And on the pass play, all the way up to the 31-yard line. So we got a different quarterback in there. That is Zero.
Zero.
Yeah, that's Quick in there, quarterback. Maybe he's been back there, but Quick made that great pass play there to number 10 earlier for the great first down.
That's a good quarterback name.
Yeah. Quick. And on the run right there up the gut for about 5 yards, making a 2nd down, and it's about 4 yards. 2nd down is 6, down at the 30, make that the 28-yard line.
I say again, Tenaha defense really needs to make a play here.
Yeah, they need to stop in the worst way. Offense is really being pushed. Defense.
Quick, going to pitch it out here now to Striegel. Striegel going to try to turn the corner, cuts it back up inside. He'll have enough for a Ray Jones first down once again. He's going to take it up close to the 15-yard line for another first down on a 16-yard run by Striegel, the running back.
That was well blocked, Mr. Shires.
It is. Like I said, their offensive line isn't terribly large, but they are very skilled at what they do. And that was an offset formation where they had it was not the straight pro like they've been running. So curious to see what they come out with this time.
I've been trying to change it up a little bit, but I mean it's not been a whole lot of variation off of that back set. And they're back to it here once again.
Back to the straight
Quick
pro set.
Up once again to the left side and finding some room here and end up breaking some tackles, and into the end zone goes number 2. That is Kobe Hughes, number 2. He'll take it in there for the touchdown from 15 yards out. So Kobe Hughes, number 2, gets the rushing touchdown. That's the 3rd rushing touchdown of the night here by the West Sabine Tigers. And for 15 yards out, Hughes takes it in to make it 28-8. And here comes the extra point attempt right now for West Sabine. So lining it up there with 8:10 to go. And they're going to go for 2 once again. Going to hand off Bork right up the gut. The 2-point conversion is good. And the 2-point conversion is good now. Makes it 30 to 8 with 8:10 to go here into this first quarter. And the Tenaha Tigers are going to get it back. When we come back, you're watching your Piney Woods Area Game of the Week right here on the Net SN.
Champ's Barbecue and Center is open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 to 5, and Saturdays, 10:30 to 2. Now, you can call in your order to Champ's Barbecue. You can come through the drive-thru or bring the family down for a nice family dining experience for barbecue so good.
No, we're not going to say that.
All right. Come on down to the center and enjoy some great barbecue at Champ's. How's that?
That's good, thanks.
Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Boy, that's not on the script. I told you don't be saying that.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
Back here for the kick, and it's a good kick all the way back, and it is taken there at about the 5-yard line after muffing it a little bit. Set for Doe, and he's going to find some room here toward the Tenaha side, and they'll bounce out of bounds. And for Doe, will take it up, give starting field position right at the 30-yard line here for Tenaha Tigers. So Tigers will now be up at the 30-yard line for a first down and 10.
Now, we go back. It's Tenaha. It's imperative that they put the ball in the end zone. They've got to remain within striking distance with these guys.
And I'm pressed on that other camera over there. Folks, just in case you know, we've Water Cyrus Pierce, we've done a lot of improvements and stuff. This is the first time we've all been together with all the cool stuff we got. We actually have some cool stuff we didn't get to hook up.
Right,
because of the rain and stuff out here tonight. So, we're doing all kinds of different things here tonight, folks. So,
and we're actually doing, for the most part, different things. I've never done what I'm doing before. I'm like an intern. This is fun.
Yeah. So, we probably by the time we get to the second half, I bet we'll have it down. We'll see how it goes. So we get a penalty on the kick. Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
Yep.
Lord of mercy. All right. So we're going to put this up here.
But it's going to give Tenaha the ball in 35.
35-yard line. So first down and 10 for Kenny and the Tenaha offense. Oh, kid's going to find some room. Oh, nice stiff arm there. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's down the sideline. Are they going to catch him down the sideline? They will not. Kenny will take it to the house. All the way down. It's a 65-yard touchdown run for Kenny and the Tenaha Tigers. Down the 10-yard touchdown run for the score, and that makes it a 30-14 ball game. And that's definitely something that Tenaha needed right there to get just bounce right back in here, guys.
Yes, sir. Again, attacking the outside of the defense.
That's right. You called it. You definitely called it. Kenny. Going to get stopped here before the end. Boy, I tell you what, neither team can get off an extra point attempt, can they?
No.
Boy, that's another penalty right there. That's going to back them up. And I think both teams, maybe once or twice here, they've seen a few of them, but once or twice here tonight. We have just
I wonder what the deal is with that. That's
early on in the season.
Early season, and different things here. But, yeah, that's maybe a little tightness by the umpires, too. You never know. All right, so here we go. And now they'll back him up 5.
He's blaming that on the refs.
Of course. Kenny, once again, going to look to pass. He got a man down in the end zone, and it is knocked away and intercepted. Nice job there. Intercepted it as it got tipped up in the air, so the 2-point conversion is no good. And it is pulled down there onto the interception. On the other side, I do believe that was number 25. That was Jonathan Randall for the West Sabine Tigers. So there we go. That'll be the touchdown. We'll make it a 30-14 score. Still 7:50 to go until halftime right here on Net SN.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make 'em shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
Okay.
It's there.
Not quite sure. We have a little bit of a short in our stream deck there, but it's good to go. 7:50 left to go here into this first half. 30-14, and Tenaha will now be ready for the kick after the 70-yard touchdown run there by Kenny. And West Sabine will get it back here. West Sabine looking to get it back. Still taking time here on the kick. I don't know why the been a lot of delays by the striped shirts here tonight.
Yep.
So here we go with the kick, and it'll be taken in. It'll go underneath the receiver over to the far side. As Harris will pick it up now. He'll bring it back and get it to the middle of the field, trying to bring it here to the near side. He'll turn the corners. He breaks one tackle. Harris finally be tackled up over there to that far side, and it is a good job there by Tenaha, as the West Sabine Tigers will now have it there at about the 25-yard line. And a good stop there as he tried to turn the corner, did Harris. And he is taken down at the 25-yard line trying to turn the corner.
And we appreciate today our local Piney Woods game sponsors. They're our local sponsors. Today, First National Bank in Tenaha. Go Tigers, says First National Bank. We'll be hearing a lot from them today and should. Also, Haslam Tire Company over there in Joaquin. Joaquin Tire Company as well. We appreciate these fine sponsors and their support of our area athletes.
Oh, I got a flag down there. And also our good friends at Watson and Son. We're going to get them in there too. We're going to let them know that
Yeah, it's a good time to do that. Bobby Watson's been a fan of Tenaha football because he's been a fan of county football for his whole life, and listening to the games in his back porch when he was a little boy. He remembers all that stuff, and now he's able to watch it, and we're proud to be able to bring it to him. And the Watson family, it's got 3 or 4 generations of perpetual care. We appreciate their sponsorship and friendship.
All right, here we go. Handing off, trying to bring it up the middle. And a good job this time by the Tenaha Tigers defense, not allowing him to get up the field there, trying to take the ball away. And it's going to be after the penalty there, takes it back to the 20-yard line. It's going to be a loss on the play, maybe another yard there, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 2nd down and 15, maybe a 2nd down and 16 after the 1-yard loss. So 2nd down and 15 after the 1-yard loss there to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So and right up the middle here for the West Sabine Tigers. That running game is just working good. As an old lineman, you just like to see that because when you're a lineman, you just want to pound people out of the way.
That's true, but they got behind the sticks on this one with a penalty on the first down play. Now they got 3rd and long.
Yeah, Striegel picked up about 4 right there, making it a 3rd down. What do you think about a 9 right there? We'll call it long. Right? Yeah, there we go. 3rd down and 9. Quick under center. Quick, going to pitch it out here. Get a finder man and try to bring it here. Nice job there, stacking up the hole by the Tenaha Tigers. Not this time. Going to force a punt by the Tiger defense, and that's a good job by the Tenaha Tigers to force the punt.
The Tigers clearly have made some defensive adjustments to try to shut down that off-tackle pitch. And there's got barely maybe a half-yard gain on that one.
So it'll bring up a 4th down and a 9 here with 5:50 left to go in the first half.
Surely they're not thinking about going for it, Pierce.
I think you are.
Up by 16. Even right now, even up by 16 and late, I'm not giving. They just had a big score. I'm not giving them any more momentum than what they got. So I think that's Coach Bragg's good decision right there. He decided, now let's punt this thing on Tuesday night, and then for football next week, we'll be in St. Augustine as Carlisle and St. Augustine coming to town.
Yeah,
so that's where we'll be for mine next week, and also our Piney Woods coaches show at the pizzeria on Monday. Had pizzeria for lunch today. Had the Piney Woods special.
Because you weren't there Monday. So
I was trying to get back, but y'all were already done by the time I was on my way back. They had the Piney Woods special on for lunch today, which is my own personal thing. It's 8 wings with buffalo sauce and a salad with ranch.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
What do you think, Piney Woods? Okay, the Woods. You got the salad. You got the chicken for all the chicken plants. So There you go. Pineywood special. 5:29 to go. And we're going to get a punt. This is the second punt of the night. Back deep. Number one is Moore. And we're going to fumbles the punt back there. So now, oh, nice job by Tenaha to West Sabine to get it picked up. It's a high kick. And everybody going to stay away from it. It's going to be very good field position for Tenaha into West Sabine territory as they got away from it there on that backside.
Now we might understand why they were considering going for it, because that was almost tragic. But what a great play by that punter! I don't really know how he did that. That looked like just a free basket turnover, and he managed to get that punt away.
Yeah, same thing with Sandoval on the other side. So both punters having to work extra hard out there with Tenaha.
Well, that was Ray Jones' keys of the game with this sloppy condition of the season. Who's going to make the mistakes? And really, we've had both clubs that have dodged silver bullets.
Mm-hmm. That camera's working really good.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's true. In the one turnover here, but we've had a couple of them that have hit the ground, but, with the one turnover for so far. But, Tenaha trying to climb back in it here, trailing it by 16, 5:19 to get a score right here, go a long way, especially if they take some time off and maybe get another stop on the other side.
Another delay of game penalty. Right?
Oh.
Lots of.
So, coach is saying that they should have had a re-up the clock, but they're not going to get it. Too.
Joaquin moved up 24 spots after what they did last week, but they're still right in the middle of the pack.
Oh, yeah.
Beggville picked a win by 3 touchdowns, and this is a war they're waging in Joaquin.
Exactly. And it's just like, a lot of people thought that Kilgore and Carthage game was going to, but Kilgore was able to hang on there. That could be. I'm not saying that Joaquin's going to, but you never know. So here we go after that. Here we go, timeout after all this stuff. So now, and here's another penalty flag coming in here. And, if you might as well stop the play, ref, why you let it finish? So that's the second penalty there.
Legal procedure, so that'll be on the offense. Yep.
So that's going to take it all the way back out there. And you take it up to midfield or 45.
You were talking about that Joaquin ball game that's going on right now. Joaquin doesn't have to win that game. I mean, it would be great if they did.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're competitive, if you're playing in the fourth quarter, that wakes everybody up. I mean, if you're playing Beckville, oh my goodness,
Exactly.
Whoops.
Yeah, we're gonna have to change that out anyway. All right, so here we go. As it's a second down and 15 here. Kenny gonna get the man coming across it in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Number 7, Malone, as he was trying to get it right on the crossing route and not able to come up with it.
I think he heard footsteps.
You might be right.
And I don't think he was imagining them either.
Right.
They were coming.
He was going to get clobbered.
So 5:10 left to go till halftime, and Tenaha here with a good momentum on they got some help on a punt, but they haven't helped themselves here. Back-to-back penalties, and then the drop pass right here, making it a second down and still 15 for the
second or third.
Should be third down and 15, right? Kenny, you have to roll out here looking for somebody. Now got good job contained here by the West Sabine defense. Kenny. Now going to throw it downfield. Oh, nice pass down there. Did he catch it down there? They're going to say, yes, he did. He kept 1 foot in bounds. Still not going to be enough for a first down, but all the way down to the 33. So a nice 12-yard pitch and catch right there. And he'll get it there to number 1, and that is Moore.
How close are they?
Fourth down and about 5.
Okay.
And you're in West Sabine territory down at about the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. So with 5 minutes to go, down 16. I mean, you might be able to pin them in, but let's see if you can pick it up. It'd be just as good as a punt, and you might as well go for it.
Yeah.
So Kenny in the backfield, going to look to pass. Now pulls it down, trying to put it up in the middle. Good job, Sabine in there. Oh, too high on the pass out there to Malone as he had to step up inside there. And it looks like we're going to get a turnover on the downs.
But I like the call.
Yeah, it was a good call. I mean, you're right there, and you punt it away if you needed to. But West Sabine's going to get it down, and that's a good job out of West Sabine defense to make the stop right there.
Farmer State Bank halftime show coming up soon, and it's an odd halftime show. First of all, it's a Thursday night game.
Yeah,
You had an interview schedule, but that's all right. We'll have the bands. Well, it's raining. They may or may not even perform. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Right, quick, going to hand off and send it over to the right side. We're going to get a penalty flag onto the play. And that is in the middle of the field. That's probably going to be a holding call as Bork is just fighting off tackles and just taking people with him. And Bork with a beautiful run all the way down to the 30-yard line. But that's going to come back. We got a penalty flag right there at the 45.
Okay.
So 4:45 left to play here in this first half. And it looks like that may be could be a that's generally a holding call right there.
Okay. It's a legal substitution. All right. And then it goes against Tenaha. They'll
Oh, my goodness. That's not good. So the big run takes it all the way up to the 30-yard line. So they'll negate the penalty all the way up to the 30. So Bork with a beautiful 30-yard run.
Yeah.
And another Ray Jones first down.
Bork is making a case for Center Motor Company player of the game, isn't he?
You're definitely right there. 4.5 to go here. And they're going to hand off to Striegel this time. And he's going to take it over to that right side and bounce around. And the ball fumbled out of bounds. And that was Bork once again.
There's some excitement next door.
And I hear that the ball was on the ground. I'm just trying to see if it was a fumble that goes back to Tenaha, and it looks like it is.
Okay.
As Bork is going to cough it up there at about to the 15-yard line, and Tenaha is going to jump on it before it goes out of bounds. So it's a fumble. So now both teams have fumbled the football here in the first half, and Tenaha gets another break, and they'll take over first down and 10, and they'll have it there right at the
Larry, that's a huge break.
That is a big-time break right there, right around the 10-yard line.
Podlin was on cruise control to the end zone, and then suddenly they sunk their battleship. I mean, that was a huge stop. And by the body language of the players, it didn't look like it had been a turnover. It was no one really knew until later.
Yeah, over on that far side over there, couldn't really tell. They're in a nice play, a good job in the backfield. There's a handoff. Does Tenaha, and a great play there by number 55 for that is Ryan Estes. He made a great play there at the line of scrimmage, threw him into the end zone for no gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Shires just said you can't tell it from looking through the cameras, but it's pretty good rain down there. It is still an issue.
So it is coming down out there. There's been a light rain all day, but I guess I didn't really kind of see it coming down out there. So a nice stop there on first down for the West Sabine Tigers. And now Kenny going to take it over to that left side, trying to cut it back inside. Now running a big, and he almost ran it back into that end zone there, didn't he? He's going to lose some yardage. He's going to be taken down there at about the 2, and that's going to be a loss by Kenny. All the way back to the 2-yard line. That's a loss of 8 yards.
Significant loss. Are you calling that 3rd and 20?
Yeah, third down, and probably about 18 here. 16 they're calling it, from about the 2-yard line. Getting down 3 minutes ago, and Tenaha, their last 2 drives, they've just gone backwards.
Yeah.
And penalties, and now right here on that run, taking it back. Here's Kenny. Going to look to pass. He's been flushed out. And he's going to throw it up in the air here. It's up for grabs, and it's caught. Nice job catching it there at the 24-yard line. Going up and jumping up and catching it at the highest point is number 1 Moore. First down, Ray Jones, first down for the Tenaha Tigers. That's number 5 on the night for them. And it's a first down, going up and jumping up and taking it out of the air is Moore on the pass all the way up to the 24, 23-yard line.
Man, if we were given a trophy for play of the game, that would be a contender.
That one right there. Huh?
Man, what were the odds that a maroon jersey was going to come down with that?
And he's just up in the air for anybody to grab, and here's emptying out the backfield. Kenny going to throw it over to the left side here, and once again through the hands of his intended receiver for an incomplete pass. So Purdue can't come up with that pass right there. Second down and 10. Does stop the clock with 2.5 to go here until the halftime, 30-14. And I tell you, the turnover here deep in the end, and Tenaha having a great pass play right there has kept this 30-14 because it could be a little bit more right now.
Mm-hmm.
So now Kenny ready to go once again, taking the snap. Throwing it up here once again, trying to find more on the sideline and too far here to the out of bounds, and he doesn't able to come up with the catch anyway. But it is out of bounds here. He's going to miss him there on the incomplete pass. So more, 2:26 to go. You know, I'm not a coach, and I know that it's been a long time I call plays, but trying to break one off right there or something like that. It's a yeah, got to drive one out here. I guess I got to find one that is right on the drive right here. All right, so here comes Kenny once again. Going to take the snap, rolling out here to his right side. Sets up, going to look to pass, throwing it down here, and that is way downfield. That's going to be thrown out of bounds and out of play. Trying to get it here to the intended receiver, number 8. That is Ferdeau. And with 2:18 to go, that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10. So the incomplete pass once again. And West Sabine going to go back to pass for the punt. Dangerous punt returner and Harris back there once again.
It's just dangerous for both teams because it's special teams. There's been near tragedies an awful lot.
So here we go with the punt. And yeah, you're right there. Last time Sandoval had to snuggle around for it on the low snap. And got a good snap this time. He's going to grab it. And like I said, that rain is about to do it. Harris going to let it go, and it's going to take a good roll there for Tenaha. Mounts into West Sabine territory all the way down to the 37-yard line. Good punt. Best punt of the night by either team. So West Sabine is going to take it back over here with 2:09 to go. See if they can get some points onto the board here before halftime.
Yeah, they stormed out of the gates. The first quarter completely belonged to West Sabine. And so it was easy to think, well, the game's going to belong to those Tigers. But then Tenaha had a quick score and held them. And then it's been back and forth since then as the game sort of stabilized as a 2-score game.
Yeah, and then said, a couple of turnovers there, and that kind of keep going. A couple of defensive stops here, and some big plays by both sides. So we've seen a little bit of everything you do, but dealing with the rain and stuff like that too is not easy.
And our boy Joe Elmer said early on, I see 2 evenly matched teams.
That's it.
And there's a nice run there by number 2 this time. That is a Tyler Schriegel, and he's going to be another runner here for the West Sabine Tigers. He's going to pick up 9. That'll take it up to the 42-yard line. So here we go. Going to hand off once again. And this time is another nice run here by West Sabine as they just keep pounding the rock over to the right side and into the left side, just back and forth. That's Bork. Once again, he'll have another first down. That's 11 first downs so far. Ray Jones first downs here into this first half for the West Sabine Tigers. They take it up to the 42-yard line here for the first down. So quick. Going to pitch once again. Finding Striegel. Oh. That's Bork once again. Sorry. Bork, and he's going to have enough for another Ray Jones first downs. He takes it all the way up to the 30-yard line on a 12-yard run there by Bork.
Nice stick there.
Yeah, it was a good tackle when it was made, but man, they are just open
before that one gets underway. So 1:32 to go and 1:13 to go here in this first half. And I said our batter scoreboard, Overton and Carlisle. We're going to see Carlisle and Shelbyville on NSN next week, but it's going to be the guys a little more north and east of us that are going to be making that call.
Yeah, a different team. There's a timeout on the field. We have a chance to take one as well. If you want to, we can keep it here if you'd like.
Yeah, we can keep it here. We need to talk about some good folks here. We've had a lot of fun with this one so far. And I want to take a second here to say a big thank you to Coach Lewis, AD, for hooking us up here today. Yeah. All the good folks at Tenaha taking care of us. They got food up in here in the booth. Always food in Tenaha whenever we come up here. And they let us in the gate early when we got here and everything. So big thank you to the Tenaha folks for making us feel welcome.
Yeah, and
everything is well.
Because you are a game of the week, you don't really have a home stadium. You're kind of a visitor every week.
Right.
But from what you say, they've been very gracious to you in all of these places and welcoming and just good folks all over East Texas.
Oh yeah, definitely. First time in Joaquin for basically anything but baseball last week, and Mr. Coach Jones and Mr. Jones and all the good folks of the administration over there, and of course at Shelbyville where we're going to be tomorrow. And then I have a good connection with the good folks of San Augustine for the last 3 years down there too for next week.
Yeah.
And Coach Barnes, so wishing those guys so well too. So it's just been very good. Everywhere we've been, everybody's been really cool to us, and we can't thank y'all enough for that. All right, timeout over, and 1:17 left to go. West Sabine trying to put it in one more time here, and the Tigers of Tenaha trying to stop that before we get to anything here. And so here we go. It's quick. Gonna hand out to Striegel. Striegel finding some room in the middle, and he gets stuck there at about after picking up about 8 yards. I don't know who that was, but he got stood up. He picked up about 8 yards.
Yeah, after 8 yards, it hurts a little bit less when you're stuck.
Yeah. 1 minute to go here into the quarter. Still up by 16. And West Sabine, Coach Bragg looking to add on here before the end of the half. West Sabine should get the ball to start the second half as well. Here's another good run as they try to run around, but a nice job there by Tenaha to turn him back inside. He'll have enough for another Ray Jones first down. And Striegel once again, number 2, going to pick up 3 on that carry. Oh, we're going to get a penalty flag out there, so 43 seconds to go. Oh, no, okay. We were right. It is a first down. It was a timeout they were signaling, not a penalty.
Okay, and who's calling those timeouts?
I think that was West Sabine on that timeout right there. So we'll take a quick timeout with them. You're watching your Piney Woods Area Game of the Week right here on a Net SN.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store on Facebook. Find our page on Facebook. There you'll find a post for our weekly auction. If you find an item you like, place your bid and you could be a big winner and save yourself lots of money. We're on Facebook only for our weekly auctions. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out on Facebook. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, where we will save you more.
I was only doing that when it was plugged in. I won't do it anymore.
I know, but it was dead.
Yeah, I know the power went down. Okay, we're back here ready to go. And yeah, folks, so we got to get some camera issue things over this and that and other too. There we go. So we're ready to go with 43 seconds left to go here into this first half, 30-14, as we're working through issues here in the studio. Coming to production. All right, so here we go. Quick, bringing them to the line. One back set here. Jumbo formation for the West Sabine Tigers. Going to hand out to Striegel. Striegel's going to be strung out, and he'll be thrown out, and it'll be a loss onto the play this time. And a nice job there by Raylan Kinney to take him out and the loss onto the play.
There may be as much lost play yardage as gained yardage by the end of this game.
Could be right. So 32 seconds to go, and it's a loss of 3 onto the play. Quick. Going to look to pass. Quick. Throws it up in the air. Going to get it in. Oh, what a catch in the middle of the field up the seam. And what a catch it was. I couldn't see who made that catch, but what a catch it was in the middle of the field. Well, he reached up there and caught that. That was number 10 on that one. That was Alex Richardson, and he reached up, had somebody on it, reached up there, snagged it, and brought it down. Touchdown, West Sabine. Wow. Was there a flag out there?
Oh, might be post-possession. That other times you celebrate and you act.
Get a celebration penalty and sportsmanlike conduct in there. So the pass play for the touchdown to number 10, Richardson. And he's going to pick up the 23-yard touchdown play. So the touchdown does count, and that's a 21 seconds left to go until halftime.
And the Farmer State Bank halftime show, whatever that's going to be.
Well, we had some plans here, but I don't know if we're going to be able to execute
between rain and changing schedules.
We will talk about the Happy Tales Adoption Center.
Got that for sure.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
sir.
So here we go with the 2-point conversion for the Tigers of West Sabine, and they're going to hand off there, and that's going to be offsides here by. There's another one. 2-point conversion, and almost every extra point conversion tonight on both sides, there's been a penalty on the first play.
Whether they're kicking or running or passing or swinging gate, it doesn't matter.
There's going to be a penalty. Well, I think the referees, what they should talk about in the second half, instead of don't put it on the 2, just put it on the 7.
Yeah,
just let them go. So here's Quick, going to go up under center. Send it over to the right side, and there we go. Tenaha Tigers right there to snuff that out on the turn, and it's not going to go anywhere. 36-14 as a 2-point conversion is no good there to make it a 36-14 ball game here at halftime, or just before halftime. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on a Net SN. Alrighty, we're back here as we get ready to go for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. It's now 36-14 as the 23-yard touchdown pass here from Quick to Richardson for the West Sabine Tigers, and the 2-point conversion is no good. That will make it a 36-14 ball game here as getting ready for the kick coming up. Yeah, so at halftime, folks, we're going to try to do some things here. We were hoping to have a couple interviews and things that didn't kind of come to fruition, but that's okay. We'll hopefully maybe have some bands out there. We'll take a little bit of a break and let everybody get some fresh stuff, and maybe get some of our wonderful sponsors. And we got some great things we can chat about while we're in there too. So we're good to go.
Oh,
I'm going to try to the onside kick here, or the spoof kick, but it's a that doesn't do anything but give Kenny an opportunity. He's got 21 seconds. I mean,
I'm not sure about that.
You can still do a couple of things with it here. Exactly right. That's what I'm thinking. So Kenny does have a little bit of time, and I mean, the little squid kick, kicks it up there to about to the 40-yard line. Well, actually, only the 37-yard line of West Sabine. So with 21 seconds to go, Kenny and his Tenaha Tiger offense gets a chance to maybe do something here. I think they don't have any timeouts left. I think one left for West Sabine. So we're going to have to do something quick, get it out of bounds if they get the opportunity. Purdue into the backfield with Kenny. Purdue going to take the fake handoff. And now Kenny trying to, he gets stood up there at about the 35-yard line. And now he's going to try to hurry up here to get off another play. And they're not going to get another play off here, I don't believe. Maybe. They're going to get a penalty flag here. They're going to get a penalty. Of course, that's the way it's going to go. Offsides.
Hey. Yeah, that runs the time off. Yeah.
Yep, that'll do it. So that'll be the end of the half. Halftime right there, and it will be a 36-14 lead for West Sabine at halftime here in Tenaha tonight. So, all right, folks, we're going to take off. We got our Farmer State Bank halftime show. It is coming up, and we'll get some of the bands and some of the things going on here as well. So stick with us, folks. As we're hanging out, we'll talk about the first half as well. We'll be right back here on a Net SN. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. And we'll be back here for the second half coming up here just shortly.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included. At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here. It is halftime. It is a 36-14 lead here for the Piney Woods Area Game of the Week here on our Thursday night on a very rainy night in Tenaha. So we're kind of hampered on some of the things that we're getting done here in halftime, but there's some good rain falling here for us. It's been a light rain, pretty much like what we've seen all day, and it's kind of picked up a little bit here at halftime. And we got some halftime stuff on the way. But I want to talk a little bit about something that we have here in Shelby County. Now we had a little bit of an incident. Not going to go all into it. Not going to go into the details there in the city of Center with some animals and stuff. And now we have the Happy Tales Adoption Center that is now the Shelby County Animal Shelter, which is right outside of town there on Highway 7 there east as you go outside of town for the for Happy Tales Adoption Center. So that's where you want to go to check that out there. So, get out there, and if you want to go out and do some volunteering, if you want to find out what you can donate to help out, or if you want to donate some time or anything like that, please do so. Check out the animals. My thing is let's start next week. I'm going to go out there and, and then once or twice a week, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to walk the animals and just give myself some exercise and give the dogs some exercise, get them, away from the kennels and things like that. So, go out there and walk the dogs. And I think another thing too is anytime that you can go out there and help out or be a part of it, that's a really good thing. Make sure you foster, or adopt and those good things as well. So all kinds of good things there for the animals out there. So make sure that you help out whenever you can. It is Happy Tales Adoption Center, which is our Shelby County Animal Shelter, and it's just outside of town. And they got a lot of wonderful volunteers, a lot of wonderful people that are doing a lot of great things there with it. So please help out with Happy Tales Adoption Center any way you possibly can.
Happy Tales Adoption Center is now the animal shelter of Shelby County, and their promise and mission is to improve and protect the lives of animals in our community and to alleviate their suffering and abuse. Every week during the ball game, you'll have a Happy Tales Adoption Center Minute, where we will feature a couple of the wonderful animals up for adoption at Happy Tales Adoption Center. Also remind everyone how you can donate and become a foster or even volunteer if you have the opportunity. It's Happy Tales Adoption Center, the animal shelter of Shelby County, just east of Center. My name is Sparkles. I'm 2 years old and weigh 27 pounds. I'm a Catahoula mix and a little on the small side. I love playing, especially with kids. My name is Izzy. I'm 3 years old, and I was what they called a city dog. But after 5 weeks, I have all my hair back, I'm super healthy, and I love people. These dogs, plus many other animals, are available for adoption at Happy Tales Adoption Center, the animal shelter of Shelby County.
And we are back here, folks, as it is halftime right now, 36-14. The Tenaha Tigers have the lead over the West Sabine Tigers here this afternoon. So I want to say, like I said, take a second there to say good folks to the Happy Tales Adoption Center and all the good things that they do. And there's also another person in the Carthage area. His name is Mark Potter, and he helps out a lot of animals over there as well. So if you get that opportunity to help out in that area there, he's a good gentleman. You'll find him on Facebook. And anytime you get the opportunity to help out the animals in our area, please do so. I got a lot of good people that do that.
There's nothing like having a pet. I mean, you could speak on it, Larry. You got your two furry children,
my babies,
and I mean they
big babies.
Yeah, we've got one. We adopted a cat.
Mm-hmm. That cat loves me.
Oh, well, actually, that cat, not that cat. It was the other cat we adopted. There was no Happy Tails at the time. We actually got it from the place in Nacogdoches. But you know, if you don't have a pet, you get way more out of the deal than they get.
That's true, you know, and my two, you know, they're just I wouldn't know what to do without them, you know, and I mean, there's all kinds of wonderful pets out there, you know, some good people that are doing it, and some of those pets there at the Happy Tails, you know, they get their medical attention that they need and all the good stuff that they got going on,
and they're ready to go.
Yeah, they are ready.
I saw the list of the newest guests at Happy Tails. There's some. If we weren't full up, if our roster wasn't full, we'd go get one.
That's it. That's exactly right there. There's one that I really kind of want to introduce to my dogs, and we may check that out. But you know, we're gonna see how it goes. But you know, just it's kind of hard that you go out there and you hang out with the dogs, and then you have to put them back, or you know, but at least you know they have a safe place. They have food and they got shelter. They got people that are taking care of them, and they got good people around there doing a good job.
And Happy Tails is the new Humane Society.
That's the animal shelter of Shelby County.
Yeah, right.
And we ask everybody, even if you're full up on your pets, go support the place because this is a huge problem. And I mean, not only from the standpoint of, I mean, no living things should suffer.
Right.
But they're looking for donations. They're looking for gravel.
Yep.
They're looking for dog runs.
Right.
They're looking for dog food.
Yes.
They're looking for cleaning products.
Right.
But it's also, you know, having those animals run feral throughout our community can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, even if you don't feel the need, the moral need to support this. I mean, it serves a very practical purpose as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you know, we got a lot of things that are, you know, being taken, animals that are getting taken care of there in the county, you know, and we're seeing some things there, which is really, really good. So we're glad to have that there, and those good folks do a good job. All right, so I tell you what, folks, we're going to take a couple-minute break here. We're going to come back, and we're just going to kind of leave things on. We were going to have the bands and things, but we could see the rain falling down out there, so we're not going to have that. So we're going to take a little bit of a breather here. Everybody's going to get a fresh soda, and we'll come back, and we'll do some halftime stats and get you ready for the second half. So we're going to recommend you do the same thing, folks. We're going to shut the microphones down, and we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're sorry that our Farmer State Bank halftime show is not what we wanted it, but, you know, sometimes it is what it is. You know, that's the way it goes. So, but we'll be back with more, and who knows, you never know. Chris Watlington may jump in here. He's always got something good to talk about.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? Chris Watlington did. So, yeah. So, but we're going to take a quick break here, folks, for a few minutes. We'll be back. You got about 18 minutes till the start of the second half. We'll be back here in about 7 or 8 minutes, and we'll get you back on the back half of the halftime and get you ready for the second half and see what we got coming up here right now. 36-14.
Hey, Pierce, I got an idea.
You got one? Was it?
I mean, some folks might not have tuned in the pregame show.
Well,
why don't we run that? Why don't we run your discussions with the coaches and see how appreciative they really were?
We can definitely do that. I don't see why we couldn't do that, and we can run those here. So let's see if we can get there. You know, so we'll go back and we'll get. Oh no, that's not it. We're going to go back and we're going to hear from Coach Birdsong. Here we go.
Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge game pregame show, and it is ready for our pregame interview. And tonight we're talking with Coach Birdsong of the Tenaha Tigers. Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
We are awesome and blessed tonight. Thank you so much for having us here in Tenaha this evening. We're looking forward to the big game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, let's talk a little bit about things here for the Tenaha Tigers, Coach. I know that Tenaha is always a proud program. You got a great things over there, great facilities and stuff. But let's talk a little bit about how things have gone for you so far here to start your first season there as head coach at Tenaha Tigers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, things have been well. I can't say enough about our administration and our community, our school board. They're all great.
I understand that there, Coach. You know, it was kind of surprised to me. I thought for sure that I was going to see a big W there for you guys. But, you know, hey, first game of the season, a lot of things right there. So I'm sure you guys will get that worked out. But talk a little bit about, you know, how the guys are buying in. The program going really good. You had a good off season, guys hitting the weight room. And, I mean, kind of getting ready for everything that's expected of them as the year I'm expecting.
Well, most definitely. I mean, we had a great spring. And as you said, the guys have been working hard. They worked hard all summer. We did focus on getting bigger, faster, and stronger weights. And we had play 7-on-7 this summer. And, like, I was very pleased with our turnout that we had. Had a lot of guys, and our numbers up in our program. So with that being said, I can't ask more of our young men and the participation and our leadership that we've had from some of our seniors and our juniors that have stepped up in leadership roles. So as far as that aspect of it, the guys have been working very, very hard.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what, that's good to hear, because especially whenever they're out there working their tails off in this Texas heat, you know, and everything, and they're still out there going at it, and you can't ask anything more of your guys than that. Let's talk a little bit about some of those guys there. You know, I'm an offensive lineman. I always like to talk about the big boys up front. So how's your protection up there for your guys in the backfield?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, yes, I'm like you, man. I like those big offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Offensive linemen don't get enough credit, but it starts with our center, C.J. Sewell. Then we have our guards. We have DeCamerion Holman and Jalen Williams. And then at the tackle position, we have Kieran Cato, and we have Kieran Cato, and we have a freshman, Zakevius Tutt. Those are the guys that lead the charge for us up front.
And so, you know, I know you guys are, you know, have a good mobile quarterback back there, you know, and you can kind of be both ways, you know. Are you going to tend to be use those guys up front to push people around, running the ball a little bit? Or are you going to try to do a little pass play option? What's going on with the Tigers?
Well, I mean, we want to be multiple, you know what I mean? But one thing we want to be able to do is we want to be able to establish the run game. You know, we feel like if you're able to establish the run game early on, that opens up the pass, of course. So that's something that we're always looking to improve on, especially building from last week. I mean, that's what it's all about, you know, learning from film, looking at film study, seeing areas that we can grow on. And we definitely saw some areas with our offensive line that we can improve on, and we worked on this week in practice, and hopefully we can see some improvement in those areas tonight. But to answer your question, we're going to look to pound the rock, but we also looking to throw it as well.
There you go. You know, tell me a little bit about your quarterback and how's he's coming along for you so far, Coach?
Yes, sir. Our quarterback is Bakilian Kenny. He's a 3-year starter at quarterback. This will be his 3rd year. I mean, Bakilian does a great job. You know, we are putting in a new offense this year. We have a new offensive coordinator, but he's grasping the concept of it pretty good. But you know how it is whenever you're implementing a new offense, things takes time. But with that being said, Bray's he's laid back. You know, he's what you look for in a quarterback. You know, he's cool, calm, and collected and everything. But I can see it. I can see him, you know, each day in practice, in his approach to practice, and I can see him getting more and more comfortable running the system. So with that being said, I'm looking for big things for him as the season continues to progress.
Well, yeah, that sounds like that. You know, he's got the admiration of his team, and like I said, I've seen him play the last couple of years. Got to call him on for a radio show last year too, so I know how good that quarterback that you got is there, and Kenny. He is really good. You got some good defensive guys out there too, because doesn't he play both sides of the ball?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's also our starting strong safety. So yes, Bakilian is a part of plays a very big part of both sides of the ball along with special team. Yes, he's a very important part for the Tenaha Tigers.
Yeah, and what I like about the Tigers too, you guys always seem to have a really good perennial, secondary crew that just has good speed and is able to really work on some good receiving cores that you find in some of these schools that y'all have to play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right. Our receiving core this year, we have a couple returners and a couple of new faces. Our wide receivers this year is led by Jatorian Moore, and Avante Purdue. Those guys are our returning receivers that we have. And we have some other guys that's stepping up. We have Bubba Malone that's stepping up as a receiver. We have Quentin Goodson. We also have Decaden Cooks. And we have Tydarian Landon. Those are some of the names that you're going to be hearing for the Tigers this year at the receiver spot.
Right. We're definitely going to be keeping those names out there for tonight, too, to see how many times we're going to be calling their names out there as well. And, on your defensive side of the ball, too, Coach, I said touch a little bit there on your secondary. I know you guys, have some of those two-way players there, especially in the backfield. But the big guys, up front are always those monster-hungry guys in the trenches. But your linebacker crew's got to be a very key part of it. So who you got back there is your monster backers. That's a big part of the Tenaha defense.
Well, I tell you what, man, that's where we're very young at the linebacker position. I'm gonna be honest with you. This year, I only have one returning starter, that's Kajavion Ross at outside linebacker. At my Mike linebacker, my middle linebacker, I have Ciro Sandoval. He is a sophomore, and then at the wheel linebacker, I have DeCamerion Kelly. And then I have a few guys that's playing by committee at the other outside linebacker. A couple of names you'll hear. You'll hear Christian Sparks. And then I was very, very impressed with a couple of freshmen that stepped in last week. One of those freshmen being Jaden Goodson. Then we have another young man, Christian Vega, that stepped in and played some good minutes for us, as well as Raymond Flores. So those guys, like I said, we're just going to be a linebacker crew this year by committee.
Right.
We're very excited about them. Like I said, they're young, but we're going to be able to get it done by committee. And I feel like it's going to take some time, but again, we're going to take some growing pains early. But with that being said, I coach the linebackers, and I spend a lot of time with those guys, and I like their attitude. I like their work ethic. They know what it takes as far as film study, and I'm hard on those guys because, like I said, that's a position that I coach, and they know what I expect. But with that being said, I'm very excited about that group.
Well, that's good, Coach, especially if you got a good plethora of guys that you can step in there that knows what to do. That's also helpful to a coach there as well. And those two, we took a hard loss there to Legion Fields last week, Coach, so we got to step away from that and get into the game going on here tonight. Got a very tough team here in the West Sabine Tigers. They took on the champs last week, and they played very well there too. So, but at home at the pit, for the Tigers, want to represent well. What's the Tigers got to do to keep the West Sabine Tigers off the scoreboard as much as possible?
Well, one thing that we got to do is we got to be able to tackle better. I felt like we pursued to the football. We got to the football, but when we got to the football, we just didn't finish and tackle the way that we needed to. And that's one thing that we stressed this week. Also, with that being said, we got to make sure that we're lining up right. We don't want to get beat by alignment. Those are some things, and I'm gonna be honest. You said it right. West Sabine has a good football team. Coach Bragg and his staff do a phenomenal job down there. But those are some things that we're gonna have to do defensively. Now, offensively, we just got to get rolling and try to start fast. And like I said, establish the run game and to open up the pass game and just take what they give us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we've been preaching, we can get 3 or 4 yards. 3 times 4 is 12. We just want first downs. We got to think first downs, and then if we just stay the course, we feel like we can pop one every now and then. So we just got to stay the course and just stay focused and think next play. I think sometimes when you have some youth around, that was also something that we stressed this week. We have to focus on the next play and be a little bit more mentally tougher than what we showed last week as well.
Awesome. There you go, Coach. You get that to the guys there, and only on week 2. I know we got a long way to go, but every win counts whenever it comes to East Texas football. I know you know that for sure. That's for sure. But I do want to say good luck to you and the guys, Coach, and we'll be there. We're so looking forward to covering this game this evening. And I want to remind you too that hey, on Monday nights we're down at the pizzeria in Center, and you're more than welcome to come down and enjoy some free pizza and talk about the Tenaha Tigers on Monday nights down there in Center.
Hey, man, we appreciate that. And again, we thank you for covering us tonight. And y'all have a blessed night. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, it's time for the Tigers to come to the field here on NetSN.
All right, very good interview. That was originally done for the pregame show, but hey, we have a halftime with no bands. So since we have halftime,
Hey,
yeah.
Washington Sharks have taken over the halftime show. We've kicked Larry Pierce out of the press
not
box.
letting him back in. We'd like to say thank you to our halftime and our pregame and postgame sponsors across all the Washington Shires Pierce productions tonight and tomorrow night. They include Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Hope Medical, Ray Jones Chevrolet, Farmer State Bank, who brings us the halftime show, Elite Hair Design, Wiggins Farms, Blake Furniture, and Aurora Concepts. We are going to get these ads ready, and we're going to hear from Elite Hair Design right now. We'll be right back. The rich tradition of Farmer State Bank. In 1904, a handful of investors put up $25,000. From that initial investment, imagine the generations of lives that have been touched by Farmer State Bank. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you to Farmer State Bank and Elite Hair Design and being part. This is the Farmer State Bank halftime show. This is the way it looks in Tenaha's district. Now, if you're Tenaha, you're concerned because your district is full of really strong teams. Lovelady, the number 9 team in the state, is battling Timpson. I believe that's tomorrow night. Timpson, of course, win that, but Lovelady's top 10. Mount Enterprise, number 16. And then you have Overton, Grapeland, and Cushing at 30, 33, and 36. Tenaha came in tonight at number 42 in the state. Alto below them at number 51. Who would have thought that there would be a time that Tenaha and Alto were the last two in a district, at least in expectation? But check this out. If you're Pineland West Sabine, you are coming in at number 21. You lost a game by 19 points and you moved up 7 spots last week. They are number 21. Deweyville is number 26 in the state, so they're number 1 and 2. Then Evadale is the third at 47 in the state. And then check this out. Saratoga West Hardin is number 85 in the state. They would be going to the playoffs in this district if everything works out like it should. Hull de Zeta, number 87. Sabine Pass, number 98. And Coleman Neal, number 103 out of 103. They are they have 4 teams in the bottom 20 in the state. So, West Sabine's got a district that is ripe for picking. Tenaha got to win as many of those district games as they can. So that's kind of a look around at the area and the districts that these two teams are coming from. When we come back, we'll be just about ready for the second half kickoff. Thank you for watching the Farmer State Bank halftime show. Yeah, we'll hear from them one more time, and we'll come back and get ready for the second half. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. The rich tradition of Farmer State Bank. In 1904, a handful of investors put up $25,000. From that initial investment, imagine the generations of lives that have been touched by Farmer State Bank.
All right, folks, welcome back as we got a minute 53. We're doing a Chinese fire drill in here with Larry Pierce moving back in. We're actually pretty dexterous for big guys, Larry, to get this to make this dance. Now, folks, here's the problem. It's raining outside, So we've had to all of our fancy camera work has to be inside. And then the problem is you look at this and you say, Shires, get up there with a towel and wipe the fog off the glass where we can see stuff. But it's not on the inside. Look, it's not on the inside.
It's on the outside.
It's on the outside. So everybody's got a problem. The coaches have a problem. The K-Gas guys next door to us have a problem. Nobody can see what's going on out there. Pierce, you may have to move out. You may have to move
We have to go
outside.
outside and see what's happening. Huh?
Are you recalibrating?
Yeah,
Larry
I'm trying
Jr.?
to figure out why Larry Jr. is not working. I don't know what's up with that. So
Well, I thought he was working.
I mean, it's working. I just not on my phone real quick. I'm gonna check something real fast. And
Well, we got 55 seconds.
okay, so we're getting ready to go here for the second half. It's been a good first half, and it's going to be West Sabine getting the ball first to start the second half. As they've done very well here running the ball. They've done a very good job running the ball here tonight. They have a couple of passes out there too.
Statistics to share with us?
Yeah, here shortly. Let's see.
Well, I'll tell you look that up. Me and Joe talked for a minute.
That's it. You guys check it out here.
Man, he talks so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely talk too much as it is.
Well, no, you and me, Larry, it's a fight. All right, so we're down. Well, we're getting ready. They took the time off the clock, and now it's almost ready for the kickoff.
So I got Joaquin and Beckville. That's what I was wanting to look at here. 16-15.
Uh-oh.
Joaquin with the lead right now, and they're playing in Beckville. So there we go, folks. So, yeah, we got a little game going on right there. So we're ready to go. And we'll sorry, folks. I'm trying to get our.
Any idea how the condition of the field is?
It's just awful wet.
It's awful wet.
It's awful wet. That's all it is, man. It's just awful wet because I was sitting here and you could see the rain. If you look on beyond the coach's eye, you can see the rain over there. So hopefully,
I would call it moist.
Yeah,
The
very
field
very
is
moist, very moist field out there. There you go. All right, and as you can tell too, as we look into our other camera, it's just wet on the glass there, folks. So don't know how well we're going to be out here tonight, but we're going to do our best to bring you what we can.
It may be like the radio, Pierce.
Yeah, we may be mostly radio here the rest of the way.
Okay. Now you're going to switch places with me. You get to run the scoreboard.
All righty.
Try to run that scoreboard here. All right, so here we go. All right, and we are calling for some rain tomorrow night as well. Hopefully not as bad or anything like that as we will be in Shelbyville, but we'll be on top of the press box tomorrow night. From what I understand.
On top of the press
box, from what I understand.
Well, if it doesn't rain.
Coach Wallace is saying that's maybe where we may be. So,
Pierce, I do have a canopy you can use if you need it.
Yeah, we may have to get a canopy and some some umbrellas and some ponchos out there.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in slightly more protected area.
Yeah, in Spring Hill.
In Spring Hill.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I talked to a nice gentleman there the other night at the 34-0 Tatum over Dangerfield. Really? That's a kind of a surprise. Here goes the kick. It's going to be taken here by Richardson. Richardson's going to find some room, and he'll bounce around. He'll be taken down there at the 50-yard line by the Tenaha Tigers. So right at the midfield stripe. Yeah, I got Tatum up over Dangerfield, blanking them. That's kind of surprising to me.
That's a bit surprising. Now, Dangerfield lost a lot of guys. They've sent a lot of guys to college.
Yeah,
over the last couple of years.
They always just seem to reload, and I'm not taking anything away from the Tatum Eagles at all. But I tell you what,
well, Tatum's traditionally been a powerhouse, but the last
few years they've been down a little bit.
They've been down a little bit, but maybe they're back up. Because you know what? I tell you what, Tatum is not short of us athletes.
Yeah, that's true.
Fast guys.
Because they always center. You guys usually play, and not much running room there for Bork on that one, as he's actually going to lose a yard. No, let's get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
I expect our coaches at halftime, and very they probably requested in a very polite way that the defensive lineman shut that off tackle pitch down.
Yeah, I kind of gave a glance to Coach Lewis here on the way in. I said, "Good talk at halftime." He just gave a good nod. So there you go. So here we go once again. This time it's going to be Striegel, and they'll pick up a yard to get into Tenaha territory there to the 48-yard line for a gain of 2. So a pickup of maybe there on the play there as made by Kelly, number 12. And once again, sorry, folks, here. I know that the glass is just terrible, and we're doing our best here. But, I mean, like I said, it is raining crazy inside. And
How many yards they got to go?
and so here we go.
Uh-oh.
And there's a nice run breaking it out there by Bork. Looks like it's going to be a good run here by. Oh, that's sorry. That's quick. That's quick. And it's going to come back. We're going to get a penalty flag here against. We're going to get a penalty flag here against the West Sabine Tigers.
Be a holding call. That's going to put West Sabine in a long down the distance here. Third and 14, we believe.
There we go. Now we got it moving. Okay. Third down 14. Yeah, that's going to be initial long enough to the penalty. And that's going to take it back into West Sabine territory down to the 46-yard line. So after the penalty, that takes it back to the 46-yard line of Tenaha. That's going to bring up a second down, make that a third down, and about 19 here for West Sabine. So now, quick up under center as they have the big old package here on this side, and they tried a little misdirection right there, but the Tenaha Tiger defense is there to stop that one, and they're not letting them get anywhere there. And that big defensive front has put a stop here to the first drive of the West Sabine Tigers here in a rainy night on Thursday and rainy night here in Tenaha.
I'm afraid Larry Jr. can't see through the clouded glass to follow the ball.
I think that's exactly what's going on. It's kind of like, where's everything at there?
So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way.
And we're coming down. I tell you what, it's been that way for both weeks for me here. We were up in Joaquin, finished off the rain last week and up on top of the press box and everything. So the coaches are peeking through the glass over here. It's pretty funny next to us. And that one's going to bounce, and going to let it just bounce on the punt. And it will be Tenaha ball. With 9:27 left to go here into the third quarter, it's 36-14. And Tenaha did. I give Tenaha a good job. They did a good job stopping that one right there.
That's what they had to do.
Yeah, had to come out here and not allow that first drive by the West Sabine Tigers to go anywhere and be much of anything. And they took care of the business right there on that. All right, so it's going to be the Tenaha Tigers now. They'll get the ball back here the first time here in the second half. And now we're going to spread it out a little bit. He's got twin receiver set both sides of the ball here for Kelly. He's going to swing it out here, and he's going to find Fredo. Fredo going to catch it there in the flat, break one tackle, come across the 30-yard line, and get taken down there at about the 33, maybe the 34. But it looks like we may have a penalty flag out there, and could be bringing that one back. It could be everybody standing up there in the ball. So 5 yards there to Friedel.
It's a score.
5 yards there to Friedel. So I'm going to get a second down and 5 here for the Tigers of Tenaha as Kenny in the backfield. Kick it over here to the far side out there in the flat. And a good job there by the West Sabine defense. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage there onto the reception by number 1 Moore. And he might have gotten one out of the play there. So that's going to bring up a third down, and we'll call it a long 5. Right there at about the 35, 36-yard line. Kind of hard to see there in the glass, folks. And you can tell I'm sorry about the view of the shot here by the cameras. Not a whole lot we can do here in this rainy day.
What's interesting, the condensation is on the outside
of the glass. So Kenny, you're going to look to pass, and he's going to be hit there in the backfield. It's going to be a sack by the West Sabine defense. Good job there, but Kenny not able to find anybody downfield to throw the ball to. So,
well, there's plenty of hot air inside the glass.
This is true. This is true. So that's going to take it all the way back to about the 25-yard line for a loss of about 10. That's going to bring up a fourth down. They're going to put Harris back deep. Let's get down to 7.5 to go here in the third. 36-14 is the score. Sandoval will be ready to kick here.
This is really tough.
Larry, we're officially declaring this radio. Call it as if we can't see it.
Yeah, right. That one's going to get away there from Henry. and get out of play. So on to the punt. It will be West Sabine ball. 7:07 to go here into the third quarter. 36-14. Sabine on top of Tenaha here in week number 2. Piney Woods game of the week here on our Thursday nights. Yeah, that's boy, I tell you. You're right. This kind of reminds me of an old football game. Remember back in the day, it was it Philadelphia? I think it was. It was so much wasn't smoke, but so much fog on the field. And I think there was one in Chicago at one time as well.
That was it. Philadelphia. I was at Chicago, and Philadelphia was playing them. And this is what it looked like, but it's not fog. It's just fog on our windows. People outside are seeing it pretty well, but there's a constant rain. It's not really ever stopped since the very beginning of the game, and that has eventually fogged every window and every pair of glasses up in the stadium. We're just going to have to pretend it's radio. We're sorry.
Yeah, we're doing the best we possibly can with it here. That's for sure. All right, let's see. Where we at?
Radio with a scoreboard.
Right in the middle of it there. There we go. All right, so going to the line here is Quick. That twin back set once again. He's going to pitch it out here, and you can find Bork. Bork going to find some room here to the right side. And he'll take it above the 40-yard line down to about the 36. 9 yards on that carry there by Bork.
Well, Larry, I'm deserting you, and I'm going to see. We think we might be able to relocate one of the cameras to get a little bit better.
Okay, that's what you guys decide to do. Let me know what y'all decide to do in there, and I appreciate it. Okay, that'll work. So we'll do the best we can here, folks, and we'll give you as much as we possibly can here. As Quick going to hand off up the middle here, and not much on that one as we'll gain a couple of yards, getting closer to that 30-yard line down to the 33. And we're going to have an injury timeout here onto the field as we got a Tenaha Tiger that's down onto the field here. So as we're got an injury timeout, we'll take one with them here on a rainy night in Tenaha. And we'll be right back here on a NetSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. You can come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All righty, folks, we're back here as it is second down here for West Sabine. And going to hand off over to that near side. And our far side, to turn in the corner there is Bork, as he's going to get down the sideline. Is he going to take it all the way down in and score? It looks like he is going to do that. And a nice job there on the run down the sideline there as he broke free there to that left side. And that was Striegel, number 12, to take it down the sideline there for the 33-yard touchdown run. Another rushing touchdown. Here's the first rushing touchdown tonight, down to 6:09 to go. 42-14 now, the two-point conversion on the way here by West Sabine. As we'll see if they can get this off here without a penalty. That hasn't been able to be done here by either team very well at all tonight. So Quick up under center. He's going to pitch out here and they hand it off. And that looks like it was number 4. And a two-point conversion is good there. That is number 14 on that run there. That is Kevin Freeman. He'll take it in on the two-point conversion. Two-point conversion is good. So that will make it now a 42-14 ball game here. And the third quarter, 6:09 to go. We'll be right back here as it is your Piney Woods Area Game of the Week here on NSN.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea at Azalea Orthopedics.
Alrighty, we're back here, folks, and right now we're looking to move a camera, see if we can get a camera shot as we move it outside. Try to get it out of the rain a little bit here, folks, but we're going to see what we can do. And right now we're just having a lot of trouble with our camera. Yeah, if you can work that one in that a little bit, that would be all good. Don't know how well that'll work. Don't worry about the score stuff right now.
Okay.
We'll figure something out here. So here comes the kick as it is on the way. It'll be taken there by Moore. And bringing it here to the near side. And Purdue going to be hit as he comes out of bounds. And Tenaha will take over at the 32-yard line. So first down and 10 at the 32-yard line here for the Tenaha Tigers. All right, so at the 31-yard line here for the Tenaha Tigers. That's where they will start off. I'm at the 32 right there. That's where it will be. As Kenny and the crew will come out here. And 6 minutes to go here. See if Tenaha can answer back. They got a long way to go here now, trailing at 42-14. As Kenny, get ready to go. He'll hand off Purdue. Trying to take it over to the right side, and he'll have some room. He'll break free. He's at midfield, on his way down to the sideline, cutting it back into the middle of the field there. Slowing him down is Sabine, and Purdue comes down. He'll be taken down at the 15-yard line on a nice run all the way down to the 15 of West Sabine. "63 yards by Purdue. And that's a Ray Jones first down. Number 9 on the night here by Purdue and the Tenaha Tigers. So now deep into West Sabine territory. And Tenaha now driving right back, trying to cut this lead in half at least as they trade at 42-14. And that ball might have come out, and it looks like it's going to be West Sabine ball. The ball does come out, and it's a fumble. And it is turned over. So West Sabine ball. And on the fumble. So good play there by the West Sabine Tigers to get it back. And the Tenaha, what's that? There you go. That looks good.
No, we'll have to reconfigure.
Okay. All right. So it's a turnover here on the field. So West Sabine will get it back. As they'll get it there. There's a nice drive there. Was working there by Tenaha. As we'll get down to 5:10 to go. Onto the clock. And Quick will bring him to the line. Up under center. Now look to roll over now and pass. That is Richardson out there. Now he's got a man wide open, and that's Harris, and he can't catch up to it. They're going to get a penalty flag coming there in the middle. So the pass is going to be incomplete. So flag comes in the back of the secondary there for West Sabine. So we'll see what that is. And it's stop the play. There's going to be against. So we're going to figure that out here. First down, it's going to be against West Sabine. Nope. Now they're going back the other way. West Sabine was backing up. Now they're coming back the other way. So it's going to be against Tenaha. So it must have been a holding penalty in there. It's going to be enough for a first down, though. First down for West Sabine as they move the ball up to the 26-yard line. That means another first down. And Richardson bringing him to the line once again. Quick and Richardson both been in there quarterback. This time it's Quick. He's going to hand out Striegel. Striegel bringing it right up the gut. And he'll take it across the 30-yard line, close to the 40 there to the 35, close to the 33. 7 yards by Striegel. Second down and 2. Here's that clock rolling down to about 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. As West Sabine looking to take as much time off the clock now as they lead at 42-14. And Tenaha had a nice little drive right there and a big run by Purdue. But they turned the ball over, the second turnover of the ball game here on the fumble for Tenaha Tigers. One turnover on the fumble by West Sabine. There's another first down coming through here. Ray Jones first down by West Sabine, and the Tigers just continue that running game. And that is Striegel once again. And he'll take it above the the 44-yard line.
Larry Pierce.
Striegel picks up 11.
May I see your phone, please, sir?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And get that thing activated for me. Get some secret codes in and get the. We're going to try to get Larry Jr. going full steam. I may not have it pick it up.
Should.
It's right under us.
All right, so back to the line here as Quick brings them up.
We're going to pitch it off, and here's that right.
Big hole, big hole. I couldn't get him down for about 4 yards.
That's another huge run.
All right, go and switch us to camera up here while Larry is doing that, getting it all set up. Camera 2. There you go, right there.
Apologies, folks, we're having to.
Well, we reconfigured our system to get out of the We found a place that's covered, but downstairs.
We're outdoors.
Okay, there we go. Holiday.
All right, let's go back and see.
There's the ball's on the ground once again, and his Tenaha might have grabbed a hold of it this time. We'll see.
Yep, looks like it's configuring now, Larry Pierce. Look at that.
There we go. Okay. So that'll help us out definitely on that one. As that one ball came out right there, but it looks like the West Sabine Tigers are able to hang on to that one as we get down to 3 minutes to go. The 37-yard line. So here we go as it's second down and about 7. Going to pitch it off here to Striegel. Striegel breaks one tackle, breaks around to the edge, still on his feet, still trying to push his way down the line. And a good run there by Striegel as he gets over all the way down to close to the 20-yard line for another first down here for West Sabine. They've done an excellent job here running the ball and picking up a few more right there as they get down to 240. And they're down to the 20-yard line on a 17-yard run there by Striegel. So now back to the two-back pro set here for Quick up under center. Can hand off. And this time the Tenaha Tiger defense right there as they try to get it off to number 14 on that play. And that time Freeman's not going to go anywhere. Back to the line of scrimmage there for no gain on the play. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the third as 42-14 is the score here. And they're going to bring it to the near hash. Second down and a 10 from the 20-yard line here for West Sabine. That's Quick. Bringing them to the line here. Striegel in the backfield. It'll be Striegel to the left side. Gets tripped up there, trying to get through the hole, and he'll maybe get one down, or maybe two, down to the 18. That brings up a third down and 10, getting down to about 1:20 left to play here in the quarter. And West Sabine just looking to do everything they can to take as much time off the clock as possible. So third down and 10 here. Say he got back to the line of scrimmage there, so nothing there on that play. Third down and 10. Here we go. Pitching it out is Quick. Turning the corner there is Bork, still on his feet, fighting for yardage, but he's going to be hit before he get to that first down yardage. So that's going to bring up a fourth down here and probably about 5 as Bork picked up about 6 on that play, it looks like. So he's going to take it down there to about the 13, 14-yard line for a fourth down as we're now under a minute to go here. Got 53 seconds on the clock. And the clock is stopped for some reason, and maybe got out of bounds. Okay, that's probably what it is. Here's Quick up under center once again for West Sabine. Snap going to look to throw is Quick, and he's going to throw it into the end zone. High pass up there. 2 Tenaha Tigers in there. Knock it away. Could have been an interception opportunity there for the Tigers, but it is knocked away, and the pass falls incomplete. Should be a turnover on downs and giving it back to Tenaha here after the pass falls incomplete. So it's a turnover on downs. Good drive start at their own 15-yard line for West Sabine. They took a lot of time off the clock, but Tenaha Tigers hold, not allowing any points. They still trade at 42-14 with 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, that camera looks much better. Good job, guys. Perfect. Still a little bit of distance on it, but it still looks pretty good.
Turn it off and reset it. Probably get us better.
Well, I think it's okay right there. So here we go. As it's a handoff up the middle, and West Sabine Tiger defense right there this time. And they're saying, no, we're not going to allow you to run that very much. So they shut that down there and no gain onto the play. That may take us to the play clock and the game clock. Pretty even here, maybe a couple seconds difference here. So I'm going to see if Coach Birdsong is going to try to call one time out here, maybe run one more play, just let it run down and get to the fourth quarter. We're getting a little bit better in here, but I don't know how much better we're getting with that camera. Let's see.
Yes.
Still not that much better here in the booth, is it? Yeah. It's funny if you're in here in the booth, folks, you see all the radio guys and all the coaches. Everybody's up on the leaned glass, and that's just the way it's been going here. So, all right, that's the way it's going to go here at the end of the third quarter. It will be West Sabine 42 and Tenaha 14. We'll be back here for the fourth quarter. It is on the way right here on NetSN.
Aurora Concepts Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts. Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here as we get ready to go to the fourth quarter, and it's a 42-14 lead here for West Sabine, looking to go to 1-1 on the year, and Tenaha Tigers look to avoid the 0-2 start this year. I know for sure we're going to be back here for homecoming in a couple of weeks, fellas. So we'll be back here on a Saturday afternoon, and one great place to have homecoming in Tenaha, from what I understand, and so we'll be here in a couple of weeks for that. So here we go as we go to the fourth quarter, and it is West Sabine. Going to look to just play hold up here. Maybe they've got an opportunity here to make a stop. There we go. That'll be good for there for now. All right, Kenny, rolling out here. Going to find a man in the flat. Got his man. His incomplete pass. Folks not able to come up with that pass there and out of bounds. Third down and 15 now for the Tenaha Tigers from their own 15-yard line. Trying to find something that works here tonight, folks. Is just Tenaha's had some good things here. They had some of that running game working, but the West Sabine defense has just been up to the test. In this second half, in the last part of that second quarter. Here's Kenny going to look to pass again now, pulling it down. He's going to be traced down, and they're going to be pushed out of bounds, and he'll get out of play there, and he's going to lose a couple of yards there. All the way back to the 5. He's going to lose 9. Oh. So clock now rolling with 11:40 to go, and it'll be a third down and 15. Probably even farther than that now. It's fourth down 4th down and about, on that Uber car ride we were talking about earlier in the ball game. It's a long, long way right there. So let's see if we get a good punt off here for the Tenaha Tigers. Very dangerous Harris back deep once again. He's run one back already, and that's going to be a delay of game on the Tigers. That's going to back him up, and he's already towards the back of that end zone. He can't give him much more room in that end zone in there.
Hopefully, there's only like foot and a half. It's critical.
Yeah, I got to make sure it's a good snap. I don't want to go over his head and get him a safety or something like that on the other side. So Sandoval gets it away. Good kick here. Now Harris is going to have to get it there and going to wrangle it up there at about the 35, 36-yard line. And now going to look to move to the right side there over to the West Sabine side. Turn the corner.
Is he cutting it in?
Oh, he cuts it back inside there. He's going to get knocked out of bounds there. But looks like we may have a out of bounds there. Yeah, he's out there pretty quick. So 10:40 to go. So Sandoval is going to get a good punt off, but Harris gets a good return on it, and he's going to give them very good starting field position for West Sabine, as they're going to have it as a 1st and goal from looks like about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that's the problem, right, Larry? You got to rush the kick. You just got to get it out of there. It was a very returnable kick, and West Sabine's making Tenaha pay for that.
Yeah, we've got to pitch it over to the far side. They're going to take it in for the score here for 6 more. See, I took that in there. I think that was number 6, Bork. Take it in there for the score. And on the running touchdown, take it in there for more. He's got another rushing touchdown here tonight for Bork with 10.5 to go. So I'll tell you what, that young man and has pretty much got my vote for player of the game here tonight.
He's going to pack on 2 more.
You've been saying his name enough.
Yeah, Bork has got in there, and he's done it very well. So the point after 10 is good. The 2-point conversion is good, making it a 50-14 ball game with 10:35 to go. We'll be right back here in Tenaha, as it will be Tenaha football on the way here on a Net SM.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
Here we go. All right, we're back here ready to go as we're ready for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff.
Let's get to the Larry Cam, Larry Jr.
And we're on the Larry Cam right there.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh.
So tip there, and it's going to be ready to go for Tenaha. We've got to pick it up there at about to the 20-yard line and bring it back here to the home side. Kenny trying to turn it upfield.
He does.
Breaking a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and he's at the 50-yard line before he is finally taken out of bounds and to West Sabine territory. So 10:24 to go, and Tenaha will have it. Oh, the one person that I was hoping I would catch here tonight, but he's probably not here due to the rain. I was hoping to see Don Wall.
Yeah.
I would catch my good friend Don Wall come out here and maybe have a chat with him. But we'll go catch up with old Don Wall because I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to be back here in Tenaha for the Holiday Hoops Tournament. And we're going to have Don Wall part of that stuff.
Well, we've been in negotiations with Don Wall to bring him a part of the Net SM family, and it's not over yet.
Yeah, we're still going to may have that opportunity to do that.
That man can call a game.
Yes, he can. He has much respect for me. He's just a great guy. Has been around this parts where everybody loves Don Wall, and we'd like to have him part of our team here. We may have that happen. Here we go as a run. As for Purdue, going to take it over here to the 43-yard line on a nice little run. Pick it up 7. 7 yards on that one. As Striegel will make the stop for West Sabine. So back in here, and another second down. This will be a second down about 3. 10 Ray Jones first downs of the night here for Tenaha. I think 17 or 18 for West Sabine Tigers here tonight. So ready to go as we're going to get a timeout onto the field. West Sabine is going to call a timeout with 9:41 left to play here. And we're going to leave right here and talk a little bit about what we got coming up here on the Net SN. I know we've got some games going on with our guys up around the Tyler area.
Say we talked about us. What talked about those guys? They're going to. I think Brook Hill.
I think there's a game where Carlisle coming up. I think they have something with Overton there too. I'm not for sure about the Chapel Hill, but I know that they got a lot of games over there. It's a Rusk.
Yes.
And
we're covering Rusk on everything this year. We got Rusk in.
We got some ARP. We got some troop games in there too. So we're looking forward to it. We got a lot of games here across the whole spectrum. And some of the teams that are playing over here that are play over there will be called on there. It won't be us, but they'll be a part of the Net SN. So
of course, Brook Hill goes all over the place playing these private schools, and I think they're playing maybe a Frisco
school.
Frisco, I think. I was looking. You go to Net SN. Like if you're not a subscriber, go to Net SN and subscribe, and then get the app. Download the app.
Right. You got pick'ems, you got forums, you got scores, you got all kinds of stuff on there.
Yeah. If we don't cover your school, get on there and create a forum and start talking about your school, and we can. You never know when Larry. Come on, real
right down the middle.
Look at that. Yes.
Ferdo, find some room there for a Ray Jones first down. Yeah, that's right. We may be coming to your town soon.
That's right. Lock up your daughters.
All right.
Maybe lock up your mothers.
There you go, too. Yeah. As long as there's good food on the table, I'm good to go. Ferdo going to get the handoff once again, and nice job out of line, opening some room up there. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9 on this one.
Now I see a little energy with the Tigers.
9:20 to go here. And move it down there, pick up about 8 more. So that's going to bring up a second down and about 3 here as the Tigers looking to get a score. They haven't scored here into the second half. And Kenny going to get the snap, going to hand off Ferdo. Ferdo going to be wrangled up there in the backfield. A good job, West Sabine defense getting in the backfield here and take care of business. They're going to be a loss back to the 30.
That has just been tough sledding all night, Larry Pierce.
Well, yeah, they've had a couple of good successes here and there, but then West Sabine just seems to get back there and then takes back a little bit of what they gained out. That's going to bring up a third down, make that a fourth down. No, it should be a third down and about 5. I think it is. Third down and 5. It is. Okay. Clock roll, 8.5 to go.
But Larry, you're going to be in Shebville tomorrow.
Shebville and New Boston tomorrow. You guys are in Spring Hill.
Yep. Rough Riders of Spring Hill. We'll see the flex bone offense.
Right.
It's a forward pass. It's not just a pass. Oh,
crushed.
Oh, my goodness. He's going to get back there, and that's going to be a sack.
Pocket
West Sabine
just collapsed.
Yeah,
Larry.
it's Kenny.
Not much he could do about that when you got him on you so quickly.
Yeah. So that's going to keep that clock rolling. That's going to be a big loss. And
I think it was 4th and short. Now it's a 4th and full 10 right after that because they're gonna stop the loss progress.
Stop the. So keeping that clock rolling here with the point differential being 36 right now, 50-14, 7.5 to play in this one. Lots of action coming up here. And like I said, too, I didn't have to check in on a little while, but I know that Joaquin and Beckville game, that's still got to be pretty good. It was 16-15 Joaquin when we were in halftime a little while ago. So we'll see. Here's Kenny going to look to pass. He's going to pull down. He gets hit. The ball is out.
Get the ball.
The ball is out, and it's still on the floor, on the ground, and it's still going to be moving around there, and it's going to come out. And Kenny was tattooed over there.
Yes.
He lost.
I was going to say walloped.
He took a smack. And he is going to lose the ball there. That's the third turnover on the fumble tonight by the Tenaha Tigers. And the West Sabine Tigers have taken advantage of that here as they'll turn it over again.
Yeah, this West Sabine squad has been impressive this evening.
Very much. Yeah, and no Coach Bragg. I've known these guys, got to see them play a couple times over the last few years. Was they played St. Augustine and they were in that district there. So this is a good squad. They've been together for a long time. And like you said, they've come up in the ranks from the younger guys, and they know each other and they play very well. So
like I said, you don't run this offense this well without having done it for a long time. Because it is an execution-based offense.
Yeah, and they're staying home. They're doing their jobs, and everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And it looks very impressive for Coach Bragg's squad here for what they're doing. The run game has just been phenomenal. Here's Striegel turning the corner once again, trying to take it down the sideline, trying to pick up some more here. They'll get him out of bounds there. 7 minutes to go, but Striegel's going to take it down inside the 25 to about the 24. Another first down.
Nice run.
First down here for Striegel.
I mean, that's the thing, right? This offense, toward the end of the game, you start wearing that defense down, and 6 and 7 and 8 yard runs become like that.
Yeah.
20, 30, 40 yard runs.
Well, the thing about, Tenaha's done a good job at times here up front and getting in the backfield, but West Sabine, it seems like, they've been getting into that secondary in the back half of that defense before they've actually even been getting touched, or, they're just doing excellent running, just a clinic on running the ball here tonight. It's just been awesome.
There's going to be a penalty on this play.
Quick, it's going to stop it there.
No, look, a timeout called.
6:24 left to go.
Tenaha.
6:24 left to go. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching your Piney Woods Area Game of the Week here on NetSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All right, we're back here after the timeout and ready to go. And tell you what, this has been all West Sabine here pretty much in the second half of that or the back half of that second quarter and into the second half here. They've really done a good job here. Has West Sabine Tigers come out here 1-1 on the year after that.
Tenaha came out and got the first defensive stop.
Yep.
And then you were like, okay, now they can see if they can get back in it, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, a couple turnovers after that, and
there we go.
Just kind of got away from them after that. And this one is going to be the explanation point right here by the West Sabine Tigers as they put up another one, and that one's going to be Bork, as he's going to get himself another touchdown here in this one at about 10 yards out there. So another good job here by Bork to make it 56-14, going for the 2-point conversion right here once again, as that's the third rushing touchdown by Bork on the evening. And yeah, no doubt about it.
He the player of the game.
He's my Dairy Queen player of the game right there.
Joe, we were talking before the game that we really didn't think that West Sabine had much of a passing game, and we really still don't really know.
Yeah,
I mean,
they didn't pass much at all.
But the two or three that they have, they were very, very effective.
Yep, a couple times tonight they were really good. They made it work. 2-point conversion is good to make it 58-14 with 17 left to go left into this ball game. We'll be right back here on NetSN. Here we go. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you just it goes far as a little bit. If you keep using it and it's working, it's a good offense.
Yeah,
they're doing it really good. We were talking off camera here, folks, about the old school, playing ball back in the day, and maybe running some of this offense here. So,
but it is it's a pro set, and again, you can do anything out of it.
And it's a short kick, going to take a bounce right there in front of Ferdue. And Ferdue's going to bring it here to the Tenaha side and try to bring it up in the middle, get to the 40-yard line. He'll be met by the resistance there with 6:08 to go. And that's where Ferdue's going to start off here for the Tenaha Tigers. They'll have it at the 42-yard line. So is Chris guarding the camera? Is that what he's doing down there?
Yeah, he's down there making sure nobody trips over it.
I don't see it. It's still got kind of a little bit of a rain out there on that far side, but
not like it was.
Not like it was at all. So I want to see if I can get the backfield score here without messing up my camera and see if I can do that. I sure would like to see what's going on.
No, I'd like to hear about that Tatum
and that
Dangerfield score.
Tatum Dangerfield game
Rough
too.
Riders have Dangerfield in a few weeks.
So the Tigers now, Tenaha will have it on a 1st down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. And let's see if we can get this to come in here, and it's not coming up. I don't know why. So, all right, so here we go. 1st down and 10 for Kenny. He's going to hand off. Oh, no, he's going to throw out there in the flat.
Good fake.
And he's going to find his man out there. He's going to take off down the sideline. And down the line, you're not going to catch him, and it doesn't look like you're going to get him. He cuts back in the middle of the field. Oh, that is numbered one more. I think that was who that was. No, that's number 6. That is Cooks. And he takes it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st down and goal here for the Tenaha Tigers on a nice run there by Cooks.
Actually, the glass is kind of cleared up. Now that the game's kind of out of hand. But we're going to. At this point, you're just building for next week.
That's right.
Just keep working on it for the next week here, and work on your plays. And there's a nice
catch, nice execution.
Tackle made by number 0, Turf Monster or Grass Monster here.
All right. Moore going to take that one down close to the goal line there with 5:20 to go.
If the field wasn't moist, I bet that's 6.
So that's going to 2nd down and 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Yeah.
So Cook got him down there on a nice big run and cuts back into the inside there for they get the tackle. And now here we go. And got a handoff. Trying to find some room.
Keeper. And he's going to.
There he goes.
Nice job, Kenny. Cuts through there, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. So Kenny's going to get the touchdown and now make it a 58-20 ball game. 4:51 to go. So Kenny with a nice little 3-yard run there for the touchdown.
Nifty run. They had him bottled up a couple times, Larry.
They did. He was able to find his way through there.
Yeah. That last bit, 2 of them came in and tried to just right through.
Well, that quarterback was definitely determined to get that touchdown.
Yeah, Kenny is being the senior here, leader of this team, and he definitely wants to make sure that he's got himself a great year going on here, and making a statement as I'm the quarterback here, and I'm gonna make sure I'll get a touchdown for my team here and show that we're still fighting all the way to the end.
That's right. I did sense a little frustration.
So here we go with the snap. The kick is low. Nice job by the holder to get it there, and the kick goes through. So that'll make it a 58-21 ball game here. 4:51 left to play, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
That's great.
Happy. And like I said, we'll take a second here to bring back the Pine Woods area game of the week. I want to say thanks to the guys here for coming out here and being part of it tonight. I know we've been wanting to do a lot of things together. We always don't get the chance to do games together here, usually until it's playoff time. But a lot of things we've been wanting to do, and I think we accomplished a lot of that tonight. It could have been a little bit better, but the weather and stuff kind of hampers things sometimes. But tell you what, I think we had a pretty good broadcast here tonight, fellas. Still learning some things out.
Got Larry Jr. out there.
He got the junior working. Yeah, got the junior working. We've been working for that. I got a cool cable coming, and I can zoom with that thing. And I got a notice today it'll be here Monday. Of course it will be.
Right.
That's right. We'll have it for the San Augustine Cardinal game next week.
Well, if we had a game Monday, it'd get here Tuesday.
That's right. Hey, I might be able to use it for Tuesday in Timpson for some volleyball.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so a short kick you're going to give to West Sabine, and definitely don't want to give them a short kick in a short field at any point in time right here, especially with 4 minutes left to go. So
we're going to see some different players in there at this point. Are we still? Because both these teams carry a lot of players for small schools.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the 2A divisions that we cover over here. They actually, you don't go out there and see, just 15 kids or something like that. You usually got to get 25, 30, maybe even 40 kids out there, which is always good. So here we go with 4:27 to go, and as Coach Lewis says, let's get that clock rolling. Let's get this thing over with here. As it's now 58-21, and let's see if Tenaha can maybe force a turnover here. As it's quick under center, going to pitch out here once again. We're going to get a stoppage of play. We're going to get a come on, ref. Come on, ref. Really? We're going to get another penalty flag out there. I haven't kept track of penalties here.
How many penalties have been called?
I should have done that, but I usually do. But I haven't kept track of penalties here tonight.
At this point, can't you just let it go?
Just let it roll on.
Well, I think that's what Coach Lewis was doing. He's over there going, come on, come on, come on. Let it roll, let it roll. So I think that's what we're trying to get done. All right, so here we go after the timeout. It makes it a first down and 15, or the penalty, first down and 15. Quick, under center. You're going to pitch out here to Striegel. Striegel.
Oh, nice play there.
I see, we've seen Tenaha do that a few times, but also we've seen Striegel and those guys. They have broken through. They've come around the edge, and they've done a good job getting there, too. And it's who's got to the edge faster. That time, Tenaha got there faster.
Well, that's number 22, but there's no 22 on our roster. At least not on the one I've got. But he's out there, and he made a great play.
Number 22, Bubba Norris.
Norris, okay. You got a different roster than I do?
Yeah.
Okay. Bubba Norris there on a
Number
great
22,
play.
Bubba Norris.
He playing basically defensive end, and he's sealed down, and just like that's just how you draw that one up.
And see, that's what I was saying. You get into the edge faster. Who's getting there fast? Oh, and see, right there, they over pursued, and right through the middle of the play.
There we go.
It's going to be Striegel once again, and he's going to find some room right through the gut, and it'll take it down the field.
Tenaha had it stopped though. They had it. They had it played just right. He just slipped through.
Right, 64-21. Now I don't know, maybe it's me, but this is the second week in a row I've seen at least 60 points on one side of the board up there.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was 65-44 last week with Frankston and Joaquin. And right now we're looking to see if we can make it a 66-21 ball. Oh, wide open.
And it is.
66-21. Nobody back there. He was out there in that corner by himself. Nobody picked him up over in that far end. And with 2:22 left to go, it's a 2-point conversion. It's good to make it 66-21 here in Tenaha tonight, as the Tenaha Tigers will now come back and be ready to receive probably one more kick here as they got that clock rolling, and it'll get down to 2 minutes. So we're going to just leave it here, folks, as we get ready to wrap this up. We got a Aurora Concepts post-game show coming up, and we'll have a little bit there. We'll see if we can talk to Coach with Chris Waddington or something maybe, and see what we can do. As trying to see about the rain. It looks like there's no rain coming down right now, but
there's probably just a little bit.
Yeah, very light rain. I was seeing it there on that window, that glass over there. You could see it really good earlier, even though we couldn't see it here in front of us, but we could see it over there. But, yeah, this is the way it's going to pretty much come down to. So they will stop it to let him kick on the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff right here. So I do know, folks, that, like I said, a lot of action tomorrow. Catch Washington and Shires as they will be. Is Rob Payne going with you guys? He doesn't go to the away games with you.
He generally does not go. We're in negotiations with him to get him. He's too expensive to take on the road.
Oh, is he too expensive to take on the road?
He's got too many demands.
His contract is just too much.
Right. I mean, he's got to have we got to travel in a certain kind of car. Got to have certain kind of M&Ms available.
No brown ones.
Right. And then you got to stop for the Munchos for Chris Wallington afterwards.
Yeah, hopefully that's a good thing.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. So we're going to get a little end around here and go back and forth. And now we're going to give it to Kenny. Kenny's going to have it here at the 30, bring it back into the middle of the field. Still on his feet.
He's broke about 4 or 5 tackles.
He's at the 45. He's at midfield. Still got one to break.
Oh my! Hey, what a move!
You left your shoes back there. And Kenny's still on the side. He's finally going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. And wow.
That was the best play of the game.
Wow. That was pretty good. That was a nice play there by Mr. Kenny. And, yeah, he got it there as the old handing off in the backfield back there.
What does Boomer, what's his name, say? Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Dude got his ankles broke over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, but you did. All right, so we're back here.
See if they can't put one more on the board.
So 58 seconds to go. Yeah, one more score here, and another work of your offense to try to get that done. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So here we go as Kenny, who has had. If I got to pick one for both sides, I'm going to go Bork for West Sabine, and I'm going to go Kenny for
no
the
doubt
Tenaha
about that.
Tigers.
No doubt about that.
So he's definitely winded. So they're going to bring in the second string quarterback after that one and let Kenny have a little bit of a break. We're getting a penalty before that one starts. We're going to get a delay of game. Okay, offsides.
False start.
Clayton Creech is the quarterback, number 16 here for the Tenaha Tigers. And with 58 seconds to go, it's a first down and 15 after the penalty.
So here we go. 58 seconds. 2 ticks shy of a minute. See if Tenaha can put one more in the end zone.
Going to hand off to Sparks. As Sparks gets hit as he goes, tried to find the hole there. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got one there. So maybe a play or two left here before the end of this one. Birdsong getting a few of his guys a chance to play down there. All the younger guys in. And definitely going to have to snap it at least one more time here before the end of this one. So here we go. Those are down to 25. So Creech will be now ready to go here and hand off.
There's a hole. Oh, it closed down.
That was awful quick there, didn't it? Tell you what, that's going to do it though, right there, though, folks. That's going to be the final score. Is it's going to be a 66-21 victory for Tenaha for West Sabine over Tenaha right here. So nice game here by the West Sabine Tigers. And like I said, our Dairy Queen player of the game for me on the Tenaha side is going to be Mr. Kenny, and on the West Sabine side is going to be Mr. Bork, number 6, the running back and the quarterback there. So,
I don't know how it could be anybody else.
Definitely, I don't know yet.
Unless you pick a big old offensive lineman.
Yeah, I could probably do that too. All right, so here we go. We got a Aurora Concepts post-game show. It's on the way. We're getting ready to wrap this up here, folks, as it's a big win for West Sabine over Tenaha tonight in Tenaha, 66-21 right here on NetSA.
Aurora Concepts Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
5 or 6 local teams.
All right, we're back here ready to go on our Aurora Concepts post-game show, and it's a big win here for the West Sabine Tigers, 66-21 over Tenaha. And Chris Waddington back in here with us, as well as the guys here. And I tell you what, a good night, Chris. I mean, I tell you what, we had a good football game here. We had a little bit of issue with some of the things here for the game tonight, but
as far as
a
the
good game.
broadcast
It was
goes,
a good broadcast. I think
it was awfully difficult to do. You know, a video broadcast when the rain and the fog and all. But as far as getting to work with you, it was good. Those are pictures over there of a victorious West Sabine team. They were picked to win, but 66-21, I think that's a bit of a surprise, wouldn't you say, Larry?
Yeah, that was a little bit there for me too. I kind of, not to pick against anybody here, but I thought, okay, I may have to give a little bit of an edge to West Sabine here tonight, but I definitely thought it would be a little bit tighter. But I think it had a lot to do with some of the weather and then the turnovers by Tenaha too. They just had too many turnovers here, and then I think they got frustrated a couple times. But they're going to work that out, and it's going to be okay. And Tenaha Tigers are going to have another great season. They're still close for the district. You got all kinds of different things going on. It's a long way to go.
Long way to go.
But the new coach here in Coach with Coach Birdsong, he's going to get these guys together. He's got some good solid squad here. So I have no doubt that the Tenaha Tigers are definitely going to be making some noise. Especially they've been playoff bound in the couple of rounds the last couple of years. You know,
and won the thing a lot of different times.
Right.
So they have a tradition. Who was the West Sabine the winning team player of the game?
The winning team player of the game for West Sabine is going to be Bork. The running back there, number 6. So we're going to give it to him.
Congratulations!
What a great game to him.
On behalf of Center Motor and Kevin Jones and the whole gang over there.
Right.
And here locally in Shelby County, the player of the game for Tenaha.
For Tenaha was we're going to give it to Kenny, the quarterback. He just had a great game out here tonight. He had some good runs and did some good stuff for at quarterback as well for his squad. So you just got to give it to him. He had another great night here tonight.
What plays were made? He was the catalyst behind the fuel behind most of them.
That's it.
So well done for those two. That's brought to you by Center Motor Company. Find them on Hurst Street. If you're looking for a brand new Ford, that's the place to go. But pre-owned vehicles of all stripes, you can find them at Center Motor. Do we have an ad? Can we hear from them right now?
We don't have a Center Motor Company ad here.
By golly, I just
we just did one for them right there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But we appreciate them. The Ray Jones First Down, and then also Center Motor Company and all the good things that they do there in the city of Center. And I tell you what, we got some wonderful people that are hanging out with us this year as we're moving along for the broadcast.
Let's hear from Aurora Concepts right there on Hurst Street and Center. Your source for not just primary care, but for so much more. We'll be right back to wrap up the show.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
Already back here. I'm ready to wrap this thing up here, Chris.
There
is the Aurora Concepts post-game show, and we have a big thing, don't we?
Surprise! This is
big surprise.
Not supposed to happen at all. While this was a surprise here because of the not that the Tenaha lost, but that they lost so big. There is a truly surprising game.
Oh, wait a minute now.
In Shelby County. We thought it was a final. It may have changed.
Yeah, I thought it was a final too. I had a 24-22. But now it's a 28-24 Beckville.
Okay.
So we had it 24-22, and now it's a 28-24 Beckville. So
fourth quarter?
It says final now.
Okay.
It said final a while ago too. So I thought we had a Joaquin Beck over the
Wow.
Beckville win there,
We
but
were about to announce.
and we were about to say that, but it is a 28-28 win for Beckville.
We would have been the only press outlet with that news though, even though it
That's
was
exactly right. We would have been in it. So
but I mean, Joaquin pushing Beckville to having to score late to win.
Yeah.
And people didn't expect that from the Rams. They were predicted to be at the bottom of their district, and maybe district hadn't started, but there could be some. Rams may have something to say about that.
Definitely.
So Shires and I are going to be in Spring Hill for week 2 of the Rough Riders after a 38-7 win to get their season started against Jacksonville. They go play their old district rival, the Spring Hill Panthers. We'll have our Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show start at 7 o'clock on NetSN. Where will you be?
I'll be in Shelbyville for New Boston at Shelbyville.
Okay, Shelbyville with a big win last week.
Big win last week, and they're looking for another one this week
and
too.
they surprised the polls. They jumped up 14 spots and said, "Hello,
All right,
here we are."
Being a good 3A squad, they'll do that for you.
So that's where we'll be tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around and watching. On behalf of all of our sponsors and on behalf of Joe, man, you did a good job.
Right.
We threw you into the middle of the fire, and Stephen Shires, who was all over the field trying to find some place to have video. It was a pleasure to work with you.
Yeah, you too, man. We don't get a chance to work very much together, but it was good to hear, and we got all the stuff done. So it was a good night. We're going to get out of here, folks. Thanks to the good folks at Tenaha for being here. We're out of here. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow night.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America. God bless our troops. And God bless each and every one of you.